Welcome, everybody, to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today, and this week sees body horror alive and well in Infinity Pool, hitting the store shelves along with the crime comedy Cronenberg's Fletch. The Star Trek Next Generation crew is having their movies upgraded to 4K quality, as is a little bit of 80s nostalgia love with Flashdance, and lest we forget that Rob Zombie has a little movie that is 20 years old and is getting a little love from Lionsgate with House of a Thousand Corpses, plus much more. So let's go see the deals, exclusives, and we are at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. All right, everybody, we are in at Walmart under the new releases, and it may not be as plentiful as the last time, but guarantee you there's still some stuff to show off. Oh, there is. Let's get down to business, shall we, with a little bit of body horror love with Infinity Pool, the DVD for $12.96. Ah, yes, oh my god. Fucked up horror movies. There's a lot of them out there, and this is yet another one of them. Oh, you bet your ass it is, man. My god, dude. I had a chance to watch this in the movie theaters with John, and, you know, it was kind of interesting because I don't necessarily think this is John's jam. Not entirely, but he really liked the trailer. He loves Mia Goth, especially from X and Pearl, so he was like, dude, I want to go see this. And I'm like, well, I want to go see this, so one and one makes two, so how about we go venture to go see it during an evening show? So that's exactly what we did, man. And basically this movie is about this guy right there, Alexander Skarsgård, man. Him and his wife are on vacation, really nice beach resort, and he's kind of a once famous writer. He's not really doing much anymore, kind of a has-been. He's living off of his wife's family's money, and he ends up meeting up with these rich people, sort of higher end folk, one of them being Mia Goth, Gabby, yes. And he's intrigued by her and fascinated, and Gabby and her husband sort of invite them out to this picnic outside of the beach resort. They're not supposed to go necessarily because there could be some dangerous shit, but fuck it, they go anyways, man. And lo and behold, what ends up happening is horror that Alexander Skarsgård could have never imagined. Oh my lord, dude. Look, I gotta admit, man, most of the movie was literally John and I in a state of, what the fuck? Like, literally, what the fuck is going on with this goddamn thing, man? Jesus Christ. It's like, once you think it gets weird and bizarre, then it gets even more weirder and even more fucked up and even more out there, and you're like, Jesus, man. God, I miss the days when it was just slightly less fucked up. Wow, man. And it just goes in so many twists and turns and things that you don't see coming and crazy wild scenarios that is just so bizarre and out there. But yet you're so intrigued and fascinated, you just want to continue down this wild rabbit hole, man. And I got to admit, I was slightly more giddy about what was going on than John was, okay? I'm not gonna lie, dude. John was in total bewilderment, man. He was like, what the hell did I step myself into? And I'm like, dude, I've watched far more weirder films like this, so I'm kind of used to it. I remember when him and I went to go see Midsummer, and man, he was just like so in this crazy world that he was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but this is some weird shit. And this is another one of those wild journeys that he was not prepared for, man. And at the same time, I was like, dude, I'm going with this. Whatever weird shit there is, whatever bizarre scenarios is going on, I'm sitting back and I'm enjoying the ride, baby. And I think in a lot of ways, that's what you kind of have to do with Infinity Pool, man. I'm not saying turn your brain off necessarily, but you just gotta strap in, and go for this crazy, violent, hedonistic journey that you are about to enter into, man. And damn, dude, getting off that train is easier said than done. Ooh, because trust me, after you watch it, you ain't never gonna be the same, baby. God damn, that's true, dude. I gotta admit, man, overall, I was really happy and satisfied with this movie. Yes, does it make a lick of sense? Not necessarily, but damn, was it fun, worth watching. And I love the performances. I love Alexander Skarsgård being this, in some ways, this guy that is very mundane, has a basic life, sort of a adventure virgin in a lot of ways, and just seeing him taking this journey of naivety and turning him into this twisted individual is so incredibly fun and so incredibly messed up, man. And Mia Goth, dude, I gotta give Mia Goth a lot of credit in this thing, man. She is just unhinged in this movie, man. She is batshit nuts as hell, man. And I love everything about her in this movie, man. She's kind of nice and sweet at first, and then slowly but surely, she just gets more twisted and evil and demented, and man, you're just loving that journey, dude, especially towards the end when she's just like crazy laughing and yelling and just all around just completely crazy as shit, and you're like, dude, this is just wild. And I just love seeing her like this, man. And dude, she just eats up the screen like no man's business. He's so good in this, man. And I love the body horror aspects to this. I love the directing and the crazy angles and the cinematography and how he ends up framing shots and different scenarios and how he's able to film them and put a different kind of bend to it that you've never seen before. It's so unique and so interesting and horrific in the most absolute fascinating ways you've ever seen before, man. You're turned off, but yet you're intrigued at the same time, and you want to find out what's going on more as these people are just indulging in their money and their greed and what they can do with their greed. And the more violent things get, the more out of control they get, and you just can't help but being sucked into it all, man. It is absolutely fascinating. It is intriguing. And man, did I have one hell of a time with this movie. I can't tell you that it makes a lot of sense, nor will it actually continue to keep you sane long after you've watched it. But that being said, man, damn, it is really just in your face and violent and greedy and corrupted. And man, I was just loving every single second of this fucking movie, man. Yeah, I may have been saying what the fuck constantly, but I was saying what the fuck with the biggest smile on my face that you could possibly imagine, dude. Oh man, this is one hell of a trip of a movie. And man, will you be fucked up after watching it. But you'll be fucked up in all the right ways. Oh, you bet your ass, man. If you like body horror, if you like Cronenberg weirdness, well, you picked the right goddamn movie. Nobody fucks with the McNeelys in Devil's Peak. The DVD for $12.96. Yes. Oh my lord. This family's all kinds of fucked up. Holy shit. Oh man. Jesus Christ, dude. I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime, man, and I didn't really know what to expect. I just knew the cast here. I mean, you got Billy Bob, you got Jackie Earle Haley, Robin Wright. I mean, that's good acting right there. So I'm like, dude, it's gotta be worth it, right? Or at least I was hoping. So basically, this movie is about the McNeely family, and they're kind of like in the Appalachian Mountain area, and this is like the ultimate drug crime family within the like redneck mountain area. And they're selling methamphetamines, they're selling dope, crime. Anybody who gets in their way will get brutally beat up or frankly fucking slaughtered. And Jacob, who is 18 years old, and his father, played by Billy Bob Thornton, wants to get him into the family business, right? He's a McNeely, of course, and we've got to maintain the legacy of the McNeely dynasty, or whatever the fuck they're shooting us shit about. And Jacob is not really wanting to get into it. He's not like his father. He's not like his father's father. He doesn't want to do this, but he's kind of reluctantly brought into it. And it's basically the push and pull of a father and son dynamic, and the corruption slowly but surely starting to tear this family apart and come to the seams to a deadly conclusion. Yeah. Oh, man, baby. Look, I gotta admit, it's not a bad movie. It's about an hour and 40 minutes, maybe a little less. It breezes by pretty good. I enjoyed the idea of this crime family in the Appalachian Mountains and the idea of how just corrupt and despicable these people are, and how basically the son doesn't really want to be the father. The father is trying to force the legacy onto the son, and all the complications that go there, and the corrupt cops that are involved, and the doped out mother that's out of her mind. And all the fucking craziness, man. My God, dude. It's a little complicated and kind of far-fetched. I mean, is there really, like, drug lord crime families in the mountains that are, like, so fucked up and evil that nobody wants to mess with them? I mean, really? Is that seriously a thing? Because if it is, shit, I ain't going near any of these motherfuckers. Oh my God, I won't, dude. Yeesh, man. This is some complicated, crazy-ass, corrupt shit, man. This really is, dude. I mean, I'm sure there is corrupt people out there. God knows, man. We living in a world full of corrupt motherfuckers. So, okay, I say far-fetched, but maybe it's not as far-fetched. But damn, dude. These are people you do not want to fuck with. And the acting kind of proves that. Because Billy Bob, dude, look at that guy, man. He's going method, man. He looks like he's on fucking drugs, baby. Wow. Dude, he is one intimidating motherfucker, man. Dude, I've really liked Billy Bob over the years, man. He is a rough, tough motherfucker, man. Remember when he was dating Angelina Jolie and he was sort of like the bad boy of Hollywood and everything? Dude, man, that guy was one crazy ass bastard, dude. I mean, I've loved his acting. I mean, from Sling Blade and Armageddon and everything like that. He's really good, dude. But, I mean, this is taken to another level, man. I mean, there's certain moments where you're like, yeah, man, he's sympathetic and you kind of feel for him. But other times where you're like, dude, this guy is going to snap any fucking minute, man. This guy is terrifying, man. He really is. Just his eyes, dude. Look at those eyes, man. That's the eyes of a fucking killer, dude. That really is, man. He's really great in the movie, man. He is rock solid in this thing, no doubt about it, man. He's fantastic. Robin Wright is really great here as the former doped up mom of the McNeely son and the complicated relationship she has with the father, and she's great here. Not a big role, but just enough where you really get to see the desperation that this woman has and how terrified she is of the husband and how sad she is for her son and what he's going through, man, and the complications of it. So well done. I really like Jackie Earle Haley here. Again, another small role of this corrupt cop who has sometimes good intentions, but other times kind of riding that line between doing the right thing and doing the wrong thing. He's really good here as well. And the main player here, Hopper Penn. Now, Hopper Penn is the son of Sean Penn, and I haven't really seen him in anything. He's done a lot of indie stuff, so I haven't really seen any of that, but I got to admit, he's not bad here. He's playing a lot of different types of emotions. Scared and vulnerable, but trying to be tough and intimidating at the same time, and it's a very complicated role. He pulls it off pretty well, man, especially when he's terrified or he's frustrated. He really plays it pretty brilliantly, man. There's moments where it doesn't quite work when he's trying to be like this badass motherfucker against his father, and all I'm thinking is, dude, a stiff breeze is gonna blow your ass backwards. I mean, seriously, yikes, man. Maybe he wasn't supposed to come across like he's badass and that he's trying to be, but unsuccessful. I mean, however it was supposed to go, it didn't quite work, man. Especially the ending when he's going up against his father and everything. I'm like, not as good as I was hoping for. But he does do a pretty good job, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing where he goes in the Penn acting legacy moving forward, man. Kind of the first thing I've really ever seen him in. He kind of impressed me, all things considered, man. It's not the most thrilling movie of all time, but there's moments where you really are on the edge of your seat. There's moments where it really does work and it's extremely dramatic, and you're wondering what's going to happen next. And man, is Billy Bob Thornton gonna snap, or is he gonna come out of the screen and fucking choke my ass? My God, dude, those fucking eyes, dude, Jesus Christ. I want to just literally go to the courthouse and file a restraining order, like, right now, man. My goodness, dude. It's pretty solid for what it's worth, man. It's not the best straight-to-DVD flick you'll ever see, but by all means, it's certainly not the worst, man. It's got some dangerous, edge-of-your-seat moments that definitely keep you guessing, even though at the end of the day, it is kind of predictable for what it's worth, man. But overall, though, I gotta admit, I had a good time with the movie, and let's be honest, most straight-to-DVD flicks suck ass, so this kind of is average. And well, for what I've been watching lately, I'll take what I can get, man. Not bad overall, man, for a little bit of Devil's Peak love. But let's just put it this way: can Billy Bob Thornton play something lighthearted now? Because man, if he plays something dark and disturbing and twisted, I seriously am gonna have that restraining order, because man, I can't take looking at his ass like that, dude. Literally, I kind of feel like my life is in danger just staring in his eyes. It's so bad, dude. Oh, wow, man. Well, hey, a couple of interesting physical media oddities out there. Very interesting indeed. Not too shabby, but, well, is there anything else? Oh, you bet there is. Yes, more new release love. It can't be beat, baby. Oh, it can indeed. Well, I say that, and then Pete Davidson shit. Oh man, me queued the DVD for $14.96. Oh man, god damn it, dude, this movie. Who says there's only one chance to make a first impression? Well, there's many ways to make a first impression. Pete Davidson screwed up them all. Shocker of a lifetime? I highly doubt it, man. God damn, dude. So, yes, I got a chance to watch this on, actually, Peacock. Yeah, I still have my subscription to Peacock, and since it was free to watch it on there, well, why not do it? This movie is about Kaylee Cuoco, who plays Sheila, and she meets up with Pete Davidson's Gary. They are having the most amazing first date of all time, just randomly meeting and connecting and talking about their lives and their hopes and their dreams and the world around them, and they're just having a magical night, right? And during that night, Sheila ends up saying, oh, by the way, I'm a time traveler, so I know everything you're gonna say, and we've done this before. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a cute thing to say, right, for the first date. Oh, I'm a time traveler, and no, we've done this before, and oh, we're gonna have a lovely date. And I'm like, oh, the darndest things women say. And I just kind of didn't really think much of it, man. I was like, okay, that's a quirky thing to say, but all right, maybe it's just something that, random young people say to each other during dates. I don't know, dude. I'm 40, all right? I haven't been on a first date in a long ass time, so if you're really asking me what kids do nowadays on first dates, man, ask somebody else, will ya? And so I was like, okay, well, it is what it is, man. And she has this amazing first date, and she says, I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm thinking, okay, well, they're going to see each other tomorrow. It's fine. And then she goes to this nail salon with this tanning bed. She gets into the tanning bed, and suddenly she's reliving the same day over again. Seriously. And I'm like, wait a minute. This chick wasn't lying? She was actually telling the truth? She's a goddamn time traveler? What? I was like, what the hell is this? And so she continues every single day, the same day over and over again, having a date with Gary. And yeah, things change a little bit here and there. They say different things to one another, whatnot, but generally they're doing the same things over and over again, and she's having a great time, and she relives it over and over again. I mean, mind you, she has to run herself over with a car in order to, get rid of her previous self, and ends up, doing a lot of shady shit in between. But as long as she has the date with Gary, I mean, boy, Pete Davidson's a real catch, huh? Yeah. Says maybe Kim Kardashian, but then again, her taste in men isn't exactly the greatest either. And so she's just reliving this over and over again in the same scenario over and over again. And you're thinking to yourself, why is she doing this? What's the purpose of this? And why the fuck does a nail salon have a time-traveling tanning bed? Some things are answered and some things aren't. Spoiler alert, the time-traveling tanning bed is not one of them. Of course, man. Look, I gotta admit, I was kind of taken aback by this movie. Once I ended up seeing that Pete Davidson was in it, I almost didn't want to watch this thing because, man, do I not like Pete Davidson, dude. God damn, man. There's whole reasons behind it, but dude, he's just fucking annoying, alright? Kelly Lee Kyoko is fine. She's charming for what she is. And so I was like, okay, how is this going to work necessarily? I wasn't entirely sure about it. But the more I was watching the movie, and the more I got used to the time-traveling premise and the idea of why she's doing it, and the trauma that she's had, and how Gary sort of brings her out of her shell, and she really feels like this is the last really great time of her life, and everything that goes along with it, I was like, oh my god, I'm really liking this movie, dude. I really do. And I like the romance between Sheila and Gary, how she really knows everything about him, but yet nothing about him at the same time, and how she's just trying to relive this great moment over and over again, not realizing that she's hurting him ultimately at the end of the day, because the more you do this, the more it doesn't get better, the more you're screwing things up. And I love the complications of that and the romantic aspects to it. And I gotta admit, and I'll freely admit that I was not even expecting to say this, but Pete Davidson is actually good in this movie. Holy shit, I know. Dude, he's charming. And I would have never thought that in a million years, that I would ever say that Pete Davidson is actually likable and charming, but he actually pulled it off in this fucking movie, man. That's wild to me. It's fucking insanity, dude, that I'm even saying that, but fuck, geez, I guess there's a first for everything, man. Wow. I was shocked to actually really feel invested in this movie, and the stories, and the characters, and the weird time-traveling tanning bed that is never explained. And it's quirky, and it's odd, and it's got a lot of charm and likability to it, man. And I was really surprised by this movie, man. This movie threw me for a loop. Look, I love a good romantic comedy movie, man. You guys know that. And a lot of times now, there's a lot of shitty romantic comedies out there, man, that ain't good as they used to be. And I was kind of thinking this one was going to fall flat on its face, but it ends up being really just a wonderful surprise of a movie. That alone is a real shock to the system, dude. I was not expecting that whatsoever. If you're looking for something a little quirky, outside the box, not really your average run-of-the-mill romantic comedy, give this one a chance. I think it kind of flies under the radar, but damn, is it really well worth it? And I never thought that I would say anything with Pete Davidson is worth it, but yet again, here we are, and it just goes to prove that I can be wrong from time to time. Sad, but very true, folks. Oh, wow. Oh, man, was that a crazy, crazy, wild ride of a movie, but actually pretty goddamn likable, man. Well, from time-traveling romantic hijinks to dinosaur hotels? What the fuck? The Next Level, the DVD for $9.96? Oh, man. Well, your hotel experience will never be the same. That's for damn sure. Let's hope that they don't eat your luggage in the meantime. Fuck, man. You can check in, but don't expect to check out. Yeah, no shit. Oh, my God. What the hell is this? Wait a minute, though. Dinosaur Hotel, The Next Level. So this is a sequel? Did I ever see the first Dinosaur Hotel? Maybe I did and I don't remember it? Showing it off or something? Yeah, well, that just goes to show you it made a real impression on me, didn't it? Oh my god. A group of surviving contestants checks into the Dinosaur Hotel one more time. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. So, if you survived the Dinosaur Hotel once, and all the crazy crap with the dinosaurs and surviving being eaten by carnivorous creatures, why not go back a second time? Really? Because, man, I'd cut and run like a motherfucker, but whatever, man. Oh, God. For their chance to win $10 million. Okay, if, would I go back for $10 million? Ah, shit. God damn, dude. I don't know. Is it tax-free? Because, shit, they're going to take a lot of taxes out. Man, why am I even debating this? No, I wouldn't go back. God damn it. Oh, man. To take home the money, they must outwit the prehistoric creatures and outlast the other players or find themselves in the bellies of the beasts. Welcome to the Dinosaur Hotel. Enjoy your stay while you can. Oh, enjoy it indeed. Because something tells me it ain't lasting long. Oh, goddamn, dude. Oh, man, don't we see a lot of these fucking movies, man? Jesus Christ. I mean, seriously. This is batshit insane, man. If they're not trying to make them little itty bitty cute dinosaurs that are friends with little kitties, they're never gonna eat the kids. They're never gonna grow up to be killer carnivores. No, they're gonna stay itty bitty cutesy. Yeah, bullshit. Oh, man. Or they're making these really cheesy, crazy, weird concepts with dinosaurs in them. Oh my god. They're a lab experiment gone wrong. Or there's a hotel and dinosaurs are running the hotel. I'm like, jeez, god damn it. What are they gonna think up next? Oh, jeez, I shouldn't say that because Lord knows they're gonna come up with some other fucking crazy wild concept that I'm gonna fucking regret even mentioning it or watching. Oh, my lord, dude. You know what? Look, I get it because dinosaurs are cool, right? I mean, let's be real here. Dinosaurs are really fucking cool, man. Kids play with them all the time with the toys. And it's cool to sort of watch the documentaries on dinosaurs. And Jurassic Park is fucking amazing, okay, man? I mean, dinosaurs come to life in a park. I mean, that's fucking amazing shit, dude. It's fan-fucking-tastic. So I get it, right? There's a certain level of just imagination to seeing dinosaurs run rampant, right? But that's only if it's done right. You know what I mean? Ah, shit. And most of the time, it ain't done good, okay? I'm just speaking the truth, alright? And Dinosaur Hotel looks to be yet another one of those adventures into shitty straight-to-DVD movies that capitalize on a cool idea, but ultimately fail you in the end. Wow. Shocker of a lifetime that is for this movie. I mean, really, why even a sequel? Why? Come on, how many people really watched this goddamn thing or bought the DVD? And if there was a lot of people, I want names. I want numbers. I want a head count, goddammit. Because Jesus Christ, man. Was it that successful to warrant a sequel? Hell, apparently if it is, then I guess this will be successful to make a third film. Oh, God. Can't wait for that day to finally happen. Jeez, please to God. If there's any sort of movie god out there, please spare me the pain, will ya? Oh, my lord. At the very least, I'm hoping for maybe some cool creative kills with some really crappy CGI blood and really terrible dinosaur effects. Well, that's not even worth it alone. Fuck. Oh, I was trying to see the bright side, but even that... Yeah, there ain't much bright side to this bitch. There isn't. I mean, all I'm wondering is who's the concierge, who's the hotel manager, which dinosaurs are the dining staff. God, if I think too hard about this, I'm gonna break a blood vessel. Let's just end it there, folks. Oh, fucking hell. Hey, if you like dinosaurs and like cheesy, bad, terrible, straight-to-DVD movies, well, you got your next fix. Good luck on that one, folks. Oh, man. Well, you got that, but then you also got a little bit of A confess Fletch, oh yes. The DVD for 1796. Man, Fletch is back in the flesh? Damn. Thought I'd never see the day. Oh, man. John Hamm, baby. A dead body, a stolen Picasso. And this guy? Oh, man. Alright, well, it's something, alright, man. I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime, and I wanted to because of the character of Fletch. Yes, now, if you've been around a long time like I have, trust me, I have the gray hairs to prove it, then you remember good old the man himself, Chevy Chase, yes. You remember that he played the character of Fletch in a couple of movies back in the 80s, man. And to be fair, I actually really like those movies. I think they're funny. I think they still have a lot of charm to them. I think, man, Chevy Chase is really great in those movies. He's funny as hell. I mean, the first one is better than the second one. The second one is not as good and didn't quite do as well at the box office, so they kind of ended the whole Fletch thing, which kind of sucks. But for years and years and years, there was never anything with Fletch. Yeah, there was a lot of rumors circulating about this actor could be playing the role or this actor could be doing it, but they never really tried to reboot it for a long time until now with John Hamm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, I guess. For what it's worth, man. And so, yeah, there you go. John Hamm Love in a mysterious heist whodunit comedy. Yes, because it's not what everybody wants nowadays. Sure, why not, man? Well, if it's done well, then everybody will want it. If it's not, well, yeah, better luck next time, I suppose. So, basically, this is about a Fletch, played by John Hamm, and he is accused of a murder that he didn't do. All the while, he's hired by this very rich Italian businessman who had his painting stolen. And so, all the while trying to find the missing art pieces and at the same time trying to clear his name and all of the crazy, somewhat, but not really hilarious situations. When I say not really, I literally mean not really, man. Oh, goddamn, dude. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This movie... Damn, this is one real unfunny turd. I'm just speaking the truth, man. You know, I kind of was looking forward to this movie simply because of the Fletch character from the books and adapted to the big screen, and they were funny. They were pretty great, and it was a nice little whodunit in the vein of Sherlock Holmes, but with a nice little humor added to it, man. Especially Chevy Chase being that sarcastic prick of a guy, man. It worked so perfect for Fletch, and I thought, dude, you could do a modern day version, taking the piss out of society, really doing it in this sarcastic genius way that only the Fletch character could do. Man, that's gonna really hit. That's gonna really work, and damn, was I wrong. Wow, was I, dude. I mean, this movie has no laughs from me whatsoever, man. I didn't even chuckle once in this bitch, man. I'm dead serious, dude. John Hamm here is dry as a motherfucker. He's trying. I kind of give him credit. He's at least maybe putting in the effort. But there's nothing funny for him whatsoever, man. I just didn't get Fletch from him. And everybody is fucking lame in this movie. It's not just John Hamm, dude. Kyle MacLachlan is in this. He's lame as shit. Marcia Gay Harden, who I love Marcia Gay Harden, man, but she is a bore in this movie. She's trying to do this crazy Italian accent and completely failing like a motherfucker, man. She's so terrible in this movie. Everybody is absolutely unfunny and piss poor in this thing. And the whole whodunit, stolen painting complications is just way over the top, and you already have kind of figured out what's going on before the movie ever ends. Way before the movie ever ends, man. And yeah, it's only like an hour and a half, hour 40, 45, something around there. But man, after like the first half hour, I was starting to fall asleep, man. I was starting to doze off, dude. I'm not gonna lie, because I was just waiting for something funny to happen. I was waiting for some sort of clever Ocean's 11 type shit to be going on, man. And they didn't. And I just kept waiting for something unique and interesting and smart and funny. And every single time, I was massively fucking disappointed with this movie, dude. And I just was so frustrated that I was like, dude, I can't, man. I mean, I might as well fall asleep, because at least I'll get some entertainment in my dreams rather than watching this piece of shit. And I've always told you guys, the biggest sin that a comedy can make is that it's just not funny. And Fletch is one of those ones where, I hate to say it, it's just not funny. This is a goddamn shame. And if you remember the Chevy Chase Fletch movies, those were fun. I love the clever disguises, and I love the sense of humor, the sarcasticness. I love that. And they don't really do much with it. It's just a piss poor adaptation of a Fletch movie. And damn, did they just fall flat. Dead flat on their asses with this, man. And damn, is it just so fucking brutal to get through. And it is just so dry and humorless. And I don't know, man. I'm just shocked by this, dude. I mean, you can make a really great Fletch movie. You really can. There's a good possibility of doing this. But this ain't it, man. If this is what's passing for comedy nowadays, if we're taking a great iconic character like Fletch and turning him into this limp dick, humorless detective that has barely any skills whatsoever and can't even carry a joke, then man, comedy is sadly fucking dead. And that's a goddamn fucking shame, dude. Jesus, man. Dude, just stick with the 80s stuff, because I'll tell you, you'll get a hell of a lot of entertainment out of those 80s flicks, and you will get out of this modern day unfunny piece of shit. Ooh, goddamn, man. Well, we've hit a low with comedy. Well, at least Fletch is making some sort of effort in being first for something. And I guess being unfunny is one of them. Never thought I'd see the day. Fuck, man. Ay, dude. Well, uncomedic hijinks, dinosaur hotel weirdness, and a surprising romantic comedy that's actually good. I thought this was going to be the better movie. I thought Fletch was going to be really great, and Me Cute was going to be terrible. And it's totally flipped on its ass. And that is the fucking shocker of all time, man. Damn. Well, hey, at least there was some media worth checking out. And that ain't half bad. And that is the best of it all. Another week where Walmart definitely impresses with physical media? I can definitely dig it. Not half bad at all, baby. Pretty goddamn good. Let's head out. If you want physical media, you're getting physical media when you come to this Walmart. Wait a second. Wasn't it just last year that this Walmart was pretty much like non-existent for media, and now it's like becoming the go-to place and finding all the good shit? Oh man, what a fucking turnaround this is. Oh man, it truly is, dude. My god, man, we are getting the new release love. We are getting the indie weirdness. Man, oh man, let me tell you something, baby. Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm just spitting facts, okay? Oh boy, I really am, dude. But hey, it's nice to know that I can come in here now, at least majority of the time, and find the new release love, and that is always worth it for a movie lover like myself. Just saying, man, it always truly is a nice little change of pace for good old Walmart, and I'm glad to see them keeping up with their due diligence for the physical media love. That is for damn sure, and I know that you appreciate it as well. Any person who calls themselves a physical media lover can't complain when there's new media on the shelves, and I can't either. Oh, you bet your ass, man. Not too bad for the physical media love here, but I'm hoping that there's more goodness ahead. Well, let's hope. How about we go and find out? All right, everybody, we are at our second location, Target. But before I go in, I gotta talk to you guys about something. Now, I always harp about that old streaming war of love, but geez, there's literally something every single week going on with the goddamn thing, so can you really blame me? I mean, come on, man. And yet, another to add to the very long list. From Cord Cutter News. Paramount is reportedly looking at selling its children's streaming service. What? We're gonna deny the kiddies streaming? Say it ain't so. Let's dive in, shall we? Paramount has been busy consolidating its streaming plans, and now they may be about to reduce its streaming services again. According to a report from the Wall Street Journal, Paramount is reportedly looking to sell a majority stake in Noggin. Now, Noggin is Paramount Kids streaming service that costs $7.99 a month and offers access to exclusively kids content like Paw Patrol and Peppa Pig, among other shows that I will never watch in my life. It is being reported that Paramount plans to use the sale to focus more on Paramount Plus as its main subscription streaming service going forward. Paramount also wants to focus more on Pluto TV as its free ad-supported streaming service as well. Now, Paramount reportedly wants to keep a partial stake in Noggin at this time, so no potential buys are known. However, Paramount is also reportedly looking at a sale of BET, VH1, and their related streaming services. Paramount selling BET is likely not the end of its focus on black audiences, but instead it will try to focus these viewers over to its Paramount Plus streaming service instead of a traditional cable TV channel. It has been argued for many years that there are too many streaming services. Now it seems that Paramount and others have been finally looking at cutting back on the number of streaming services offered to focus on driving subscribers to one single service. The question now is how many services will shut down as they are slowly merged into a smaller number of services? Ah, yes, the real question from the article. How many are going to be cut down until there's only one left to rule, to reign the world? Well, I doubt that's really ever going to happen, but hey, you never know. It was once Netflix, and, well, that changed mighty quickly. Look, the truth is, the streaming wars have very much begun. And truth is also the fact that, quite honestly, these streaming services are losing a lot of business. Look, the problem with streaming services has always been this. You can get as many subscribers out of the gate as possible. You can have big numbers month after month after month, but eventually you are going to peak. And when you do, there's honestly only one way to go. Down, baby. Yes, indeed. And now all of these companies are now realizing it. And you have to remember that Paramount and Universal and all these other companies, Disney, they all are having multiple streaming services for you to be a part of. Well, you want Paramount Plus? Well, geez, you got to get to BET. Well, I have Paramount Plus, but I need this other streaming service in order to watch the kids' content. And oh yeah, I have Disney Plus, but I also need Hulu in order to get the stuff that isn't on Disney Plus, and so on and so forth. And oh my God, how much money am I literally shelling out every month? Jesus. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, you start counting pennies like a motherfucker. And these companies are now starting to realize it, that they're like, oh my God, we have literally spread our content so thin over so many revenue streams that literally people are getting sick and tired of it. And now they are trying to roll everything into one. Disney Plus trying to roll everything into one. Paramount is now doing the same thing. Oh, by the way, HBO Max is now pretty much putting all the Discovery stuff onto that one platform. And so they're merging things because they want to have your eyeballs on that one specific product. Now that one specific product may go up in price because of that, right? Because if you're adding more content, well, you need more money to support the content. So that means that you'll have to pay more money for it. And will that ultimately be worth it? I mean, at the end of the day, yes, it's nice that you're not subscribed to all of these multiple ones. Geez, I need to subscribe to the kids one, and the BET one, and the Paramount Plus one, and so on and so forth. And my God, man. I mean, how much are you paying literally a month would shock the living shit out of you. And I thought cable was bad back in the day. shit, was I wrong, man. My God, dude. It's a jungle out there now. And the real question is, will this help ultimately Paramount Plus? I think in the beginning it will, right? When you're putting all of it together at the end of the day, it will ultimately help their cause. But the ultimate problem with that is that eventually, yeah, you may see you have an upswing in subscribers, but what are you offering to keep them? You can get rid of all of these services and roll things into one, but at the end of the day, it's the content that is king. And if you're not making the content that's worth it, ain't nobody gonna be showing up. And that's the truth behind it, man. We all want to say that all these streaming services are worth it, but really at the end of the day, are they? How many are you willing to pay for? I mean, there's Paramount Plus, and there's Netflix, and there's Amazon Prime, and there's Apple TV, and there's Peacock, and Disney Plus, and so on and so forth, and vice versa. And it's just craziness, man. And so a lot of these streaming services realize their revenues are down, that people are getting sick and tired of all the back and forth of how many things they're having to pay for, and they're wanting to roll it into one. Not a bad idea, but in order to do it, you either have to give them the great content in order to support that product or not. And with Paramount Plus, they're not even putting the kid stuff on Paramount Plus. They're just wanting to sell it completely. And so at that point, if you're a family and you want to watch, the Paw Patrol stuff, I mean, if you're not getting it from Paramount Plus, and if there's not much on Paramount Plus that intrigues you, why are you sticking around? I don't know the strategy. It doesn't really work with me. The strategy seems odd for some reason, but it is what it is. This is what streaming services are doing now. They're trying to consolidate because they're realizing that they are losing subscribers, and the best way to keep them is to roll it all into one. That works for a while, but I'm not sure it works forever. What do you think, guys? Do you think this is worth it? Do you think that this is a good strategy? Or it'll only work for so long until the bottom will finally fall out? Let me know indeed, because the streaming wars, at least for now, doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. Definitely let me know indeed, man. But what about Target? Walmart was definitely delivering the goods, and I'm hoping Target might do the same. I'm hoping. Not quite sure, but hey, you never know until you go inside. How about we go in and check it out? All right, everybody, we are in at good old Target, and I'm a little confused right now because there's no new physical media. Nothing. All of this stuff is the previous week. Seriously Red, Joyride, Missing, Plane, the ever-loving Weird Babylon. I mean, the only thing new that I'm seeing is actually Rick and Morty Season 6, but that was last week as well. Target just didn't have any copies in, so it's nice to see it for all you Rick and Morty lovers out there. Wish I could say I was one of them, but I've never even watched the damn show, but maybe one day I will. Who knows, man? Maybe. Hope and a dream. I got a lot of stuff to watch. Rick and Morty's on the list. Not sure where it is in the ranking, but it's there. But what about new physical media? What about, Confess Fletch or Infinity Pool, Meet Cube, something? There's literally nothing. There's nothing on this side over here except for some of the stuff we've seen before. There's the same old stuff over here as well. Great, wonderful, glad they have it, but yeah, nothing here as well. All of the kitty stuff too. Even over here, it's just the same old titles. All the older stuff. Matrix Resurrections, Joker, Fast 9, Justice League, Spider-Man No Way Home, Tar. Yeah, they have nothing new at all. Wow, that is crazy, man. Nothing. Not one damn thing. That is nuts. Oh, man, that is really weird. I don't think I've seen a week in a long time where Target has not had one single thing. Damn, dude. Okay, well, there's a first for something after a long while, and I guess this is the week for it. Okay, color me shocked, surprised. Damn, Target done did us dirty this week. Woo! Man, they really impossibly did. Holy crap. They truly did indeed, man. They got a lot of titles, just nothing really new. Of course. Man, oh man. You know, sometimes we've only had sometimes one, maybe two titles to show off. But at least there was something. This week, there's nothing. Not a damn thing. Okay. Well, Target done fucked up this week. Damn. Let's head out. So, about that physical media this week, man, let me tell you. Target was banging, man. They had so much really great stuff, exclusives, and really great artwork. Oh, dude, oh my God, it's a physical media fan's wet dream, baby. Yeah, said no one ever. God damn, this is bad. Shit. Holy hell, dude. Man, I haven't seen a week like this in a long ass time, dude. I mean, way back in the day when I was doing these, man, I used to see Zippity Doodah, and for a while it's been really great. It's been awesome. It's been plentiful, and I guess the bottom was eventually going to fall out eventually, and this week it kind of did. Oh, God, man. I mean, not even one. I ain't asking for much. Oh, Lord. Yeah, this is not making me a very happy physical media boy, not even in the least, man. Oh, God. Man, to say this is a disappointment is like the biggest understatement of all time. Well, good news is that next week there's only one way to go, and that's up, right? So have at it. Or at least let's hope that's where we're headed, because if not, man, it's going to be dark days ahead with this bitch. Oof, well, let's hope that the next location has something, because this one is downright damn ass terrible. And let's leave here before the stink goes off to any other stores. Because if that happens, it's going to be a short-ass physical media week. That's for damn sure.
All right, everybody. We are at our third location, the second Walmart. I'm going to go in and check out if there's any interesting titles we're showing off. If there is, I'll bring it back to Film Fan 108 HQ and show it off to each and every one of you. Before I do that, I got to talk about a trailer with you guys. And, you know, comedies ain't what they used to be. They're limp dick now. They don't really go for the throat. Too busy worrying about if we're going to offend somebody or not. But sometimes there's a comedy that comes along that gives you maybe just a wee bit of hope. Oh, and this one kind of does. Oh, Jennifer Lawrence is back. In comedy form? Well, I hope in No Hard Feelings. Oh, yeah, it's coming this summer, baby, to a theater near you. And goddamn, dude, watching this trailer, I had a fun time with this thing, man. I really did. I ain't gonna lie. Now, basically the idea is this chick is just all kinds of messed up, whether it's money issues, relationship issues. I mean, she's got one problem after another, and technically she needs a lot of money. The Uber thing is not working out. Her car is being taken away. And so there's this advertisement. These rich parents are like, look, our son is going to college. He's very introverted. He doesn't get out much. We need somebody to get him out of his shell. We need you to date him. And she's like, well, date him or date him? And they're like, date him. Date him hard. And so off to the races we go, baby. And this looks pretty goddamn funny, man. It does, dude. And Jennifer Lawrence seems to be game to just go there. And I give her a lot of credit, man. When you think of comedy, you don't think of Jennifer Lawrence. You really don't, man. She does these Oscar-worthy dramas, these fantasy movies. You don't really think of comedy, but that's what I like about some of these actors, man, is trying something new and different and seeing what sticks. And if it's good enough, I kind of like it. And I think this is one of those ones where she is just going for this brash, sarcastic, in-your-face woman that is just trying to get this teenage guy out of his shell and just failing epically every step of the way. Whether it's trying to pretend to kidnap him to maybe show him a good time and getting sprayed with mace, or at a party and literally being punched in the throat. And literally, like, every single fucking thing is going wrong for this chick whatsoever. But then again, she's starting to like him, he's starting to like her, he's starting to get out of his shell a little bit. You kind of see where it's going. You kind of see that it's going to be probably a bit predictable. The idea that, you know, he's going to find out about them dating and about what the parents did, and he's going to get upset, and she has feelings for him, and they'll come together at the end. Like, you kind of have a feeling that some of this stuff is going to happen, but it's the journey to get there. It's the hilarious moments, it's the slapstick comedy, it's the hard R-rated comedic goodness that you want, baby. And I think this is going to deliver in that, man. Look, I still love comedies. And every once in a while, there's a really great comedy that will come along that reminds me of the old school stuff that I know and I love and I cherish so much. But comedy, let's be honest, man, it has kind of been watered down a little bit. And that's not to say that you still can't make them, but they are few and far between. And when I look at this trailer for No Hard Feelings, I'm like, man, this looks like one of those ones where you're like, yeah, it would be made in like the early 2000s or the late 90s. It looks like something where it's kind of ridiculous, but it goes for that, yeah, I'm going to be raunchy style of sense of humor that I really appreciate and I really love and I actually kind of miss. I'm not going to lie, man. I remember the old school days of the 80s stuff like Private School, the 90s stuff like American Pie, and man, I just want to get back to those old school days. And if No Hard Feelings can kind of slightly capture it, then I consider that a success, man. I really honestly do. It's just great to see Jennifer Lawrence doing something different outside the box that she doesn't normally do. It's great to see Matthew Broderick here, man, as one of the parents. Like, dude, that's so cool, man. I'm like, dude, I miss Matthew Broderick. He needs to be in more shit, dude. It's so great to see him, and it just looks fun and entertaining and raunchy and R-rated. And man, it's something that I'm definitely looking forward to. I mean, it's from the same director that did Good Boys. And I can't say that I truly loved Good Boys, because Good Boys had its moments, then it didn't quite work sometimes either. It was kind of half and half for me. But I still appreciated what they were trying to do with it, and I hope this is the same way. Let's hope. Maybe slightly better. Well, the trailer definitely sells me. What do you think? Do you think this is worth it? Do you think this goes back to some good, raunchy, R-rated comedy love? Or do you think it's gonna fall flat on its face? Definitely let me know, guys. It's definitely dying to find out. But what about the physical media goodness? Well, Target certainly didn't impress, that's for damn sure. But, well, maybe the second Walmart will. Not sure about that, but how about we go in and find out?
All right, everybody, in at the good old second Walmart, and look, Walmart delivered the goods. Well, the first Walmart at least, and then, oh my God, the utter embarrassment of Target. That was shameful, folks. All right, that was bad. So here now I am at good old second Walmart, and hoping to God that there is physical media love, because I really need to pick me up badly. And, well, is there? Well, you want the truth? Yeah, no. Fuck, man. Yet again, another week of no good old indie weirdness and bizarro to soothe my ever-loving feelings. Damn it. Oh, God, no. Shit. Yet again, the indie weirdness eludes me. But then again, it's this Walmart. They've kind of taken a nosedive where the first Walmart is actually on the upswing. If it ain't one, it's the other, let me tell you, man. So yes, no physical media love here this week, and that's a damn shame. But then again, it's kind of something I'm getting used to. Am I going to give up on it? No, because I'm the ever-loving optimist that hopefully next week will be better. Not sure, but hey, I'll keep on trying until I succeed. Well, that means that yet another place does not have physical media love out there. And that really breaks my heart right here. It really does, man. But hey, there's always the next place, and let's hope that delivers. Please to God, let's hope.
All right, everybody, we are at our fourth and final location, and, well, if you can't get anything at Target, you get crap all at the second Walmart, I guess there's really only one other place to go. And if the bookstore don't do it for you, then you're really shit out of luck. Oh, you truly are, man. You definitely know where we are at. And that is none other than, oh yes, a good old Barnes and Nobles, baby. Back at BNN yet again for hopefully more physical media love, because honestly, if it's just Walmart, that's pretty fucking sad, man. It really is, dude. But let's hope that Barnes and Nobles can turn around. Oh, here's the hoping, man. Let's go in and check it out.
All right, everybody, we are in that good old BNN for, geez, let's hope physical media love, because man, we desperately need it, baby. We do indeed. And thank the Lord, because I'm already seeing something, and well, it's an improvement out of the last couple of places. So hey, I'll take what I can get, baby, especially something we haven't seen yet. A little bit of Academy Award love, like Living. Yeah, the Blu-ray of Living for $30.99. Ooh, that's quite a bit, but hey, Academy Award British goodness. Hey, you're gonna pay a little bit extra for it, aren't you? Oh, indeed you are, baby. Not bad. Nice to see this out and about. Now, I got a chance to see this on Amazon Prime, and I wanted to because of all of the Academy Award nomination appreciation that this got, especially from the lead actor. And I'm like, okay, I know it's not going to really win anything, because, I mean, you're going up against Elvis, and you're going up against Everything Everywhere All at Once, and you're going up against The Whale. And I'm like, dude, you're just not going to end up getting any kind of award love. I mean, nominations, yes, but as far as actually winning, yeah, the chances were slim to none, but it did pique my interest to want to watch it. Now, basically, it's about this older gentleman named Mr. Williams. He owns this business, and he's very, I don't want to say he's like a crotchety old man or anything, but he's very straightforward, very strict, straight edge, and he gets this diagnosis from his doctor that he doesn't have long to live, that he has a certain type of cancer. And he starts to reevaluate his life, the decisions that he's made, his life in general when he was younger, and maybe he doesn't want to be the same person that he is now, or that people think he is. He wants to try to maybe lighten up a bit. And all of the unique British sensibilities that go along with that. Yes, indeed, man. I gotta tell you, I actually really did like this movie, man. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was quirky. I thought it was fun. I love the actors in here. I love the British humor and the gentlemanly way of being back in the day. Like, there's something kind of special about that really kind of makes this very unique and interesting. Almost watching, like, great British old school shows back in the day, man. There's something about high-class British society that sort of, I don't know, makes you appreciate it a little bit more, especially in today's times, man. I actually really thought this was very unique and interesting, and I like the idea of a guy that is confronted with death at his doorstep, and the idea of what his life means and what he ultimately wants it to mean at the end of the day when he's long gone. And I really like that, a very retrospective look into someone's life and the decisions that they've made, and who are they ultimately to their co-workers and their friends and their family, and what really defines them, makes them who they are. And I thought that was really well done. I thought this really explored it in a very pleasant way, man. It actually reminded me of, like, old school Hal Ashby movies, like Harold and Maude or Being There, but with a little bit more Britishness to it. If that makes any kind of sense, man. A very gentlemanly comedy, but in the British sense. And it's actually really well done, man. I was never bored by the movie. There was some slow parts here and there, but it's ultimately a drama at the end of the day, and there is going to be moments where it's not as exciting. You're trying to get to know the characters, and sometimes it's just kind of plodding along. But that being said, it's very well made. It's extremely dramatic. I thought it was funny in moments. It has some really great British humor to it. And on top of that, the performances are absolutely amazing. And speaking of performances, I gotta talk about Bill Nye, man, because this guy was a real treat in this movie, man. He was fantastic. No wonder he got the Oscar nomination that he did, because he's just that damn good. And honestly, there might not be many more chances for me to talk about Bill Nye, so figure why not, man. I mean, this guy is as classy as it gets as an actor, man. Not only can he do really great British dramas like this, but he can do good old blockbusters as well. Lest we forget, he did play Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean. Anybody? Yes. Exactly. Come on. Did you seriously forget about that dead man's chest at World's End? Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, he had a shitload of CGI added onto his face. But that was his performance, man. He played Davy Jones, man, and he did an excellent fucking job at that, dude. And lest we also forget a little bit of underworld love, yeah, vampires versus lichens. Oh, man. Yeah, he played Victor. Oh, man, he was so good in those series of movies, man. He was really great. He was one of the things that made that movie as good as it was. I mean, it didn't hurt that, Kate Beckinsale was in leather-tight outfits either, but hey, let's not deny Bill Nye's influence either. Okay, let's not deny that, man. I mean, he's done some really great stuff. He was also in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, if you forgot about that. He's been in I, Frankenstein, which, alright, to be fair, I, Frankenstein wasn't really that good, but hey, I gotta mention the shit. Alright, and he's also done a lot of great British comedies, like a lot of the Simon Pegg, Edgar Wright stuff, like Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, you name it, a lot of really great stuff. He was awesome in those, man. Hell, he was even in the Robert Englund Phantom of the Opera horror movie. Seriously, I ain't lying. Look that shit up, man. He was great in that stuff, man. He can play comedy, he can play drama, he can play horror. He is such a great, versatile actor, man. He's so good. And, when you're that good, people tend to take you for granted necessarily, right? Well, he'll just be good in anything. Yeah, but you still gotta put effort into the shit, man. And it's nice that he got some recognition from the Academy, some really great honors. And look, a working actor like this doesn't always get the biggest acclaim in the world. A lot of these actors that are just every day, just working hard on one project after another, they're not always the most recognized. The bigger stars are usually more recognized. But Bill Nye, his influence on cinema cannot be denied, man. And he has had some amazing performances in a ton of fantastic, classy movies out there. Classic British TV shows, you name it. He is just that damn good, man. And to see him really showcased in a beautiful, dramatic way like this is really special, man. Truly, truly is. He's a really great, phenomenal actor. And anytime that he's in something, I tend to take notice because, well, as I said, he's just that damn good. Truly is indeed, man. I mean, you only get one special feature, a life semi-lived, which kind of fits the movie pretty well. It does, man. Look, I can't say I like all British sensibility type movies, man. I really don't. It takes a certain type of movie to really get me going. But yet at the same time, with such great performances and a great overall story and the great acting by Bill Nye, this movie cannot be denied. I mean, it might not be your jam. It does have down moments. It does have times where you're sitting there kind of twiddling your thumbs. And honestly, not everybody is into British dramas, alright? It's just the truth, alright? Maybe I'm into it a certain bit, but a lot of people aren't. But even if you're not, give Bill Nye a chance, dude. I mean, seriously, give this actor a real fighting chance to prove himself to you if you've never heard about him, man. Watch the Underworld stuff. Watch those earlier Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Watch the Simon Pegg classic comedies. He is one of the best parts of all of those movies, man, because he brings his certain style and panache and seriousness, yet sarcastic, quirky jerk quality to those movies, man. But I think it works. And if it wasn't for him, I don't think those movies would be half as good as what they are. It's the Bill Nye style. And hey, he's just that damn good. And movies like this showcase it in the best of ways.
What we've got here is a failure to communicate. Oh, you bet your ass, because
Luke doesn't conform to nobody's business. Yes, man. Cool Hand Luke, the 4K love for $34. Hey, it's cool ass Paul Newman. You pay whatever they're asking, baby. Oh, you do indeed, man. Oh, nice. Oh, classy cinema getting 4K upgrade. Not bad, man. This movie is absolutely fan-fucking-tastic, dude. I love this movie, alright? Oh, man. Paul Newman plays this guy who ends up going to jail, getting put on the chain gang, and he just is not willing to conform to anybody's sensibilities. He is continuing to stay true to himself, and he will not let the prison system break him, no matter what. And all of the complications and the comedy and the drama and the danger that goes along with that, man, it is excellent. I love the shit out of this movie, dude. Paul Newman is amazing. I love him as an actor, dude. He is just a really great, amazing, dramatic actor, man, that knows when to be lighthearted, knows when to be more serious. Dude, he is one of the greats. No doubt about it, man. I mean, yeah, not only does he have really great spaghetti sauce, but he also knows how to act as well. Hey, 2 out of 2 ain't bad. Oh, he's so great here, man. So is George Kennedy as well, man. He's in here in a supporting role, and it's crazy to think because George Kennedy went on to do some really weird, quirky-ass movies, man, in his later life. But, dude, like, earlier on in his career, he was actually a really serious actor, man. I think he actually won an Oscar for this. Yeah, he did, man. The guy who would later go on to be in the Naked Gun movies was actually once a really great dramatic actor. Hey, work is work, baby. You take what you can get, man. He's good in here. He's really great, man. And I love the whole, like, warden and the chain gang and how he's just slowly trying to break Paul Newman. Oh, so great, dude. I love this movie, man. It's just a really great prison drama, and it'll seriously put a smile on your face, man. Some of the scenes of comedy when he's eating the eggs and shit, like, it's so good, man. And all of the side characters that have their little quirks with them, it's so good, man. I mean, when I look at a movie like that Eddie Murphy film, Life, with him and Martin Lawrence, I always think of Cool Hand Luke for some reason. It's almost kind of like, in some ways, a comedic remake to Cool Hand Luke in certain aspects, man. And Cool Hand Luke had a lot of great influence on a lot of movies in the future, and the reason why is because it's just so goddamn good, man. Oh, if you have never experienced such a classic like Cool Hand Luke, you have to, at least once in your life. If you call yourself a movie lover, this has to be experienced, man. I watched it back in the VHS days, okay, baby? Man, I have seen many editions of Cool Hand Luke come and go, and it's nice to see a little bit of 4K love for it as well. not bad, especially with some of the cool special features, commentary, making ofs, not bad. The classics never go out of style. Well, the good ones at least. And when they get the 4K upgrades, you definitely pay attention. And Cool Hand Luke is one of the best out there.
The whole world is a homicide victim, Father.
Oh, you bet your ass it is. And The Exorcist III. Yes, the 4K Blu-ray Collector's Edition Scream Factory release, baby. Look at this. Surprise, surprise. Oh, man. For $40, that's pretty goddamn sweet, man. Especially for the 4K Exorcism love. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. God damn, this is a great fucking movie. This, as far as I'm concerned, is the true sequel to The Exorcist. Forget that Exorcist 2 bullshit. Oh my god, man. Look, I'm not saying Exorcist 2 is like god-awful necessarily, because I've seen some real pieces of shit. Exorcist 2 is not exactly a piece of crap, but damn, it ain't good. Jeez, it really isn't, man. Jeez. This is so much better, man. I really love this movie. The performances are fantastic. I love the thrills. I love the scares. This has one of the best, seriously, one of the best jump scares of all time, man. With the whole, like, scissors and the nurse. Oh, my fucking lord, dude. If you haven't experienced it, man, watch that shit. And if you know what I'm talking about, yeah, you know. You really do. It's fucking phenomenal, man. I love this movie. George C. Scott is fantastic here. He is great. But you know who is even better? Dude, you know who I'm talking about, man. None other than the man, the myth himself, Brad motherfucking Dourif, dude. Damn, he is so fucking good in this movie, dude. The creep factor is up to fucking 11. He's so fucking fantastic in this bitch. Dude, he is amazing, man. Is it necessarily as good as The Exorcist? No, it's not as classic as that movie. That's for damn sure. It's not as memorable either, dare I say, but man, is it really effective. There's so much really great stuff in this movie, so much really great imagery and performances and scares and drama, and the exorcism stuff is fantastic. I really love this movie. Highly underrated, yeah, I guess, but I think it has been appreciated more over the years than what it was when it first came out. I think because of the way it was maligned at first and how people were comparing it to The Exorcist, I think it was unfairly judged. And I think over the years people have found it and given it more of a chance, and I think there's definitely been a following for it, and rightfully so, man. I mean, you have the theatrical cut, which I saw, which is really good. I've never seen Legion director's cut. I've never seen that. I'm curious if it's better. It's gotta be, man. If it's like William Peter Blatty's actual cut of the movie, his own preferred cut, I would be interested to see about that, man. How the story changes and the performances, and I'm curious on that, man. I didn't buy the Scream Factory Blu-ray. I kind of wanted to, but I had so many other things to buy, and it just kind of passed me by. But now that the 4K is out, ooh, it might be worth a pickup, man. You know, look, I can't say all the Exorcist movies are good. Number 2 is shit. Alright? And let's be honest, some of the prequel stuff, some of it's good, and some of it's a little lackluster. It's hard to really make a good exorcism movie, man, or at least ape off of the Exorcist franchise. I mean, the TV show wasn't bad, but that lasted not that long. And of course, they're making a whole new Exorcist trilogy with the guy that made the new Halloween movies. Yeah, just what I'm not waiting for. Oh, fuck, man. Look, even if they're bad, which I'm kind of half expecting it, hey, at least we'll always have the first Exorcist, and we'll have Exorcist III. And Exorcist III is, man, honestly, probably one of the best exorcism movies in the last, like, 30, 40 years. It's really that fucking good, man. There's not many that are able to at least go kind of toe-in-toe with the first Exorcist movie. Exorcist III, can kind of back up that claim. It's pretty goddamn good. And as far as exorcism films go, this is pretty fucking awesome. Speaking of classics, more 4K upgrade goodness? Ooh, man, it is true. The classics never go out of style, especially when we talk about Maltese Falcon with Humphrey Bogart, baby. Wow, this is great. Oh my god, I haven't seen this movie in fucking forever, dude. Like, back in the VHS era was when I saw this, man. Damn, dude. It's been quite a long-ass time, man. Nice to see 4K upgrade love for this movie, dude. You know, it's kind of interesting. There's so many movies out there, and some get 4K upgrades and some don't, and who knows what the reason why necessarily is, but if Warner Brothers is celebrating 100 years, it's kind of obvious that they probably should be putting the Maltese Falcon out, because it is just that damn good, man. I love the performances here. I love Humphrey Bogart playing this detective who's trying to find out who killed his partner, and all these other people that are out to find this jewel-encrusted falcon that's very rare and valuable. And it's a great mystery thriller whodunit, man. I really love it. Directed by John Huston, who did a fantastic job with this movie. I love his directing. I love the performances. Humphrey Bogart, I mean, come on. He's like old school Hollywood classic as you get, man. He's so fucking phenomenal here. It's a really solid movie. I know it's, you know, the whole like black and white thing and, you know, old school Hollywood, and it's not like explosions and Transformers, you know, reshaping all over the place. Man, audiences' attentions nowadays, man, oh god, it's pitiful, dude. Look, I love old school cinema, man. That's the shit that I grew up with, man. Stuff like Maltese Falcon, old school stuff like House of Wax and The Mummy, stuff like that, man. I love this old school shit, man. It just is the bread and butter of cinema. It really is. And for me, you gotta remember, I love the new cinema that's coming out nowadays, but in order to really understand the cinema of today, you really have to watch the cinema of yesteryear in order to really appreciate what is now in front of us. And I think The Maltese Falcon is a really great example of a great mystery movie that I think a lot of cinema has aped off of over the years, man, and it's nice to sort of get reminded of that with a 4K upgrade, man. Maybe it's not everybody's jam, maybe not everybody is into it, but it is a classic. And I always say this: if you are a movie lover of any kind, if you call yourself a movie aficionado, a movie fan, there is certain old school movies that are worth watching, worth at least checking out once in your life. And I do put the Maltese Falcon in there, man, just for the performance of Humphrey Bogart, the directing. It really is a great piece of Hollywood cinema, definitely worth diving into, no doubt about that. And look at the special features, man. I mean, my god, dude, you get all kinds of stuff here. Breakdowns, blooper reels, makeup tests, shit, man, commentary. You got a whole lot of stuff, man. They are jam-packing these 4Ks in a big bad way, and damn glad for it, man. More 4K love for old school Hollywood cinema? Yeah, don't mind if I do. I want you to confess. Come on. Confess, Fletch, will ya? You're really not that funny, man. You a one lame-ass motherfucker. I'm just being honest, man. The DVD of Confess Fletch for $27.99. Okay. Little high price for a movie that really sucks balls. Okay. The DVD's that. What about the Blu-ray? The Blu-ray is, jeez, $35. My god, man. I'll tell you the whodunit about where your money went down the shitter if you buy this motherfucker. Ooh, god damn, dude. Fucking shit. You know, look, man, as I said earlier at Walmart, you can make a good Fletch movie. You just have to have the right elements to it. And I think you have to have an actor of a certain caliber, of a certain quality, that can pull off Fletch. Now, I'm not hating on John Hamm necessarily, because John Hamm is a great actor, man. Mad Men was fantastic. I loved him in The Town, and he's been in some really phenomenal movies as recent as Top Gun Maverick. He was awesome in Top Gun Maverick. Small role, but he was still really solid, man. So he's a good actor. I just don't really buy him as Fletch, which is the biggest problem, and he's not really pulling it off. He's not making me believe in this sarcastic, funny asshole that can charm the pants off of anybody. I'm just not buying it, man. And as I've always told you guys, if you cast right, 80 to 90% of your movie is taken care of because the actors are gonna pull it off, man. But if you cast wrong, your movie is fucked. And I hate to say it, as good as Jon Hamm is, I just don't buy him as Fletch. And that's honest truth, man. He's no Chevy Chase. And I never thought I'd say, like, Jon Hamm is no Chevy Chase, because Jon Hamm is a fantastic actor. He can do things that Chevy Chase could never do as an actor. But then again, like, when it comes to comedy, he just doesn't pull it off. And I'm just spitting facts, man. And I don't really know technically who I would pick as Fletch. I mean, there's been a lot of rumors. There was one rumor years ago of them making a Fletch movie with Zach Braff. I remember that rumor going around for years. And there was another one where Kevin Smith was supposed to make a Fletch movie. It was supposed to be Son of Fletch. And Chevy Chase would come back as an older Fletch, and Jason Lee was going to play the son of Fletch. And it was an interesting idea, but I guess Kevin Smith kind of clashed with Chevy. Wow, shocker of a lifetime. Somebody clashing with Chevy Chase. Jeez. Not like that hasn't happened a time or two. Jeez, man. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's been ideas thrown around, but nothing ever really concrete until we got this. And yeah, it didn't really inspire much confidence. I'm like, wow, all these years trying to develop a Fletch movie and we get this unfunny piece of shit. Yeah, that's not good, guys. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'd say Chris Pratt, maybe Charlie Day. I mean, something like that. I mean, it's hard to say. Maybe Jason Bateman. It's tough to say what you would do and who you would exactly choose to play Fletch, but it just didn't work in this movie, man. I mean, maybe Jon Hamm could have worked if the script was better, if they gave him more funny things to do, if, you know, I don't know, I actually got a chuckle or two out of this bitch, which I got nothing out of it whatsoever. I mean, the whole mystery is predictable as shit. A lot of the other actors are trying but failing hard because, man, they're just given nothing really funny or unique or interesting to do, man. It's all just kind of matter of fact, which really sucks, dude. I mean, like I said, I love the old school Fletch movies, and I think Chevy Chase is fantastic in them. But again, with certain movies, it takes a certain type of actor to really pull off that chemistry in order to make a movie work. And if you don't have the right elements, it's just not gonna happen, man. And Confess Fletch is a prime example of it. It's just a shame because, dude, Kyle MacLachlan's a great actor, and Jon Hamm is really good, and I just think a lot of these actors are really fantastic, but unfortunately, it just didn't really quite go the way they wanted to, man. I mean, let me tell you something. Comedy is not as good as it used to be back in the day, and Fletch is proof positive of it. Damn, man. They fucked up a Fletch movie. Well, can't say I'm quite shocked nowadays, but I'll just continue watching the old school Chevy Chase ones until we actually get another good Fletch movie, which may not happen for a long ass time. Yeah, of course. God. I mean, how there isn't even any special features on here. Nobody even wanted to talk about the goddamn movie. I can't quite say I blame them. Man, let me tell you something. I may die of old age before there's another good Fletch movie, but that's okay. As long as they don't make more pieces of shit like this, I can at least die a happy man. Man, time travel's a real bitch, ain't it? Especially when you're trying to fall in love and meet cute. The DVD for $23. Well, for all the crazy time travel weirdness, I suppose it's a price worth having. I suppose it is, man. Oh, baby, wow. I'm telling you, man, this was a surprise as hell for me. I was not expecting how good this thing was actually going to turn out, man. Especially the performances. It was actually really solid, and it kind of got me thinking about other types of time travel romantic comedies, and there's not really much out there. If you really think about it, man, it's a very, very thin genre, man, worth of movies. It kind of is, dude. There's some that are really good, actually, like Peggy Sue Got Married. Do you remember that movie? Oh my god, Kathleen Turner, a young Nicolas Cage in that flick, man. She goes to her high school reunion, she passes out, and suddenly she's in like the 1960s, and she's back in high school again, and she's like, okay, I'm not dead and everything, so god, I must have time traveled to the past to maybe fix the future, and all the crazy hijinks that go with it. It's actually really good, man. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola, of all people, man. It is a fantastic movie, man. Highly underrated. So well done, man. I really love the performances and the whole genuine premise of it. I really dig that, man. Of course, there's also a little bit of Kate and Leopold. Do you remember that movie? Okay, to be fair, it ain't that great, so I can't quite say I blame you. But yeah, Meg Ryan, Hugh Jackman. Yeah, the idea that Liev Schreiber goes back in the past with this time travel thing, going through cracks in the fabric of time to find his great grandfather or something, and then he ends up going through the terror in time back to modern day, and oh my god, and all the crazy hijinks that happen from there, and god, it's kind of complicated as shit and not really all that wonderful. But Hugh Jackman is really good as the old man trying to figure out the complications of modern society, and then the romance with Meg Ryan. There's a certain amount of charm to it, but it's not really all that fantastic. But then there's a movie that's kind of flown under the radar. Not many people actually know about it, but it's actually really good, and it's called Happy Accidents with Vincent D'Onofrio and Marissa Tomei. And it's kind of a shocker because it's actually a really solid film, man. Basically, Marissa Tomei is a chick that has been going through acts after acts after acts, man. It's just, man, one misery trip of a relationship after another. And she meets Vincent D'Onofrio's character, who is this really charming guy. She's really liking him, but he says he's from the future. And this dystopian style future where like future cops are coming after him and he traveled to the past. And she does not know what to make of this. She's like, what the fuck is this? I mean, it's kind of cute at first, but I mean, I don't know what to make of this dude. And she kind of likes him, but she's kind of weirded out by the whole thing and all the crazy complications with it. It's actually a really solid movie, man. It's kind of this underrated romantic comedy gem that pretty much nobody really knows about, dude. And it's actually really solid. If you've never heard of it, kind of give it a look. It's got some charm to it. It really does, man. So yeah, there is a few out there that are definite highlights to a certain extent or another, but there really isn't much within that type of subgenre, man. And I guess Meet Cute is another one to add to the list. And look, to be honest with you, time travel can be really fucking complicated, man. I mean, I love a good time travel story, but if it's not done right, dude, it ruins the whole fucking movie, man. I mean, there's some really great examples of some good time travel, whether it's in the Harry Potter series or Back to the Future, you name it. Hell, even Marvel has done it, okay? I mean, dude, time travel's been done in many different ways, in many different forms, and why not romantic comedies? It's kind of nice to spice up the genre. Look, I love a good romantic comedy, man. I truly do. I go back to the old school stuff from back in the day, man. I go back to Sleepless in Seattle and When Harry Met Sally and all those really great ones, dude. And I kind of feel like romantic comedies have kind of taken a little bit of a downslide. There's still some good ones out there, but few and far between. You need to do something outside the box to really catch people's attention. And Meet Cute at least does that. And on top of that, yeah, it at least does something unique, but it's also good. And that's a shocker as well, man, considering Pete Davidson is in this motherfucker. And I certainly do not like that guy to save my life, man. Okay? I don't know why people think he's funny. I don't get it, man. I thought he was piss poor on SNL. I hate the fucking movies he's been a part of. I think he's annoying as shit. But somehow, some way, some odd fucking cosmic reason, he's actually really good here. And he's quirky, and he's funny, and he's charming, and entertaining, and relatable, and Jesus, I'm shocked, dude. I guess there's a first for everything, and this is definitely one of them, man. An interesting premise, and a solid performance by Pete Davidson that I actually kind of admired. Okay, man. It's official. The world is actually ending. It really is, man. There is no special features, which kind of sucks, man. But again, you know, I can't say I recommend a lot of romantic comedies nowadays. I mean, there is certain ones that come out like Crazy Rich Asians that I really do like. But again, there's kind of an interesting niche to it that makes it work, man. And you need to just do something outside the box, extraordinary, to kind of make you stand out among the crowd. There's been so many movies over the years, and there's been so many attempts, and some are better than others, some fall flat. Just saying. And the fact that this actually exceeded my expectations really proves that the romantic comedy genre is not dead. It just needs to transform a little bit to make itself stand out a little bit more. And Be Cute definitely passes the criteria. Damn, man. A really good, quirky romantic comedy film worth watching. Who'd have thought? Sometimes vacations can be a real mindfuck. Especially this one in Infinity Pool. A Blu-ray for $26. Actually, that ain't bad, man. Especially for Barnes & Noble, baby. Actually, shit, I'll take it, man. Damn, dude. Shocking. Never fails to leave your jaw on the floor again and again. Well, yeah, I kind of agree with that, man. Damn, I really do, dude. And, you know, when it comes to body horror, right? Because this movie is definitely fucked up, especially when it comes to the mind and body and soul and how you can really twist your brain sideways and your body in multiple ways, dude. And this movie really goes out there with that premise, man. And the best in the game when it comes to body horror is Mr. David Cronenberg, baby. He is one of the best, one of the originators of damn good body horror, man. Whether we're talking about The Fly, which is absolutely fucking amazing, Scanners, Naked Lunch, Videodrome, just to name a few, man. Man, dude, his mind is fucked up, man. It really is. He is amazing when it comes to body horror. Well, he used to be, because I kind of feel like as Cronenberg has gotten older, a lot of those sensibilities has kind of went away. I mean, he's still making really good stuff, like History of Violence, for instance, but it's not really body horror anymore. And the last time he went towards the body horror genre, well, the results weren't exactly the best. If you remember his last effort, and, well, it was kind of lackluster, so I can't quite blame you, but if you remember none other than Crimes of the Future, man. Oof. Yeah, this wasn't a really good movie. I like the ideas behind it and some of the interesting body horror that he was trying to go for, but man, it's just massively boring, dude. It really is. So he isn't as good as he used to be, especially when it comes to the body horror department. And I'm glad he's still trying, but not really successful. However, when one Cronenberg is going by the wayside, another Cronenberg will arise with Brandon Cronenberg. Yes, David Cronenberg's son. Because, well, the Cronenberg legacy has to continue, so why not have another fucked up individual out there in the world? Why not, man? And Brandon Cronenberg, dude, he is doing amazing stuff, like Infinity Pool, but, dude, he's been doing it for several films now, like Antiviral, which is really just wild, Possessor, Dude, if you've seen Possessor, man, that is some crazy shit, man. That's wild, man. Mind-bending stuff. He is doing some amazing out there cinema, man, that just really fascinates and intrigues you, dude. And this is yet another one. And I can't wait to see what he does next, man, because anytime I walk into a movie now where I know Brandon Cronenberg is directing it, I just know I'm in for one crazy, wild, fucked up ride that I won't easily explain, but I know that I'm gonna fucking fall in love with, man. I absolutely do. And this is yet another one of them, man. And he just builds this tension of this rather mundane, average guy who gets caught up in this whirlwind of horror and greed and lust and just this mind-bending, just fucking insanity trip that he's on, dude. He doesn't know whether it's real or he's imagining it. And as the audience, you don't even know what's real or not. You're just going along for the ride, because if you try to figure it out, man, your brain might explode. I mean, it really will. And that's the brilliance of Brandon fucking Cronenberg, man. He's fucking amazing. He's fucking awesome. And he is really one of those great directors now that I look forward to seeing what he does next, man. He is the future of horror. He is the future of terror within cinema, man. He truly is, because if his father really took it to a certain level, Brandon is just giving it even more nightmare fuel and taking it to an even more insane, crazier level than you ever thought it could have been, man. Because let's be honest, man, the world is a really fucked up place, alright? I'm just spitting facts, okay, man? So there's not much anymore, especially for me as a horror lover, and I've seen a lot of crazy shit. There's nothing really anymore that really shocks me, but his stuff really does, man. And it is just a trip to watch, and I love it. I just love being surprised. I love still having that sense of thrill in the cinema. After all of these years watching so much horror as I have, the fact that it can still stun and surprise me is the brilliance of certain filmmakers, and Brandon Cronenberg is absolutely one of them. If you have not seen Possessor, if you have not seen Antiviral, I highly recommend it, because, man, if you want your brain fucked up, if you want to see some weird body horror shit, nowadays, you better be down with the Cronenberg love. Oh, you bet your ass, baby. Not bad. It's just a goddamn shame there's no special features on here, man. I wanted a commentary. I wanted a making of something. Man, I just wanted to get into the mind of Cronenberg, or even to the mind of Mia Goth, man. Because Mia Goth is like absolutely willing to go to some crazy, insane places to make the movie work. And she does it in spades here with Infinity Pool, man. Oh, my God, dude. True fucked up insanity in all its glory. Infinity Pool is a trip well worth watching. Oh, that's for damn sure, man. Very interesting and unique indeed, dude. Not bad. Hell, they even have the 4K upgrade Criterion goodness for Fisher King, man. Not bad. Cool little Terry Gilliam flick. Love this movie, man. Robin Williams is amazing in this flick. If you've never seen this movie, I mean, just for Robin Williams alone, it's well worth it, dude. 4K upgrade good, and I already have the Blu-ray, so I don't really need the 4K, but if you're looking to get it, wait till the Criterion sale. 50% off is a hell of a lot better than 20%. Just saying, man. Not bad indeed, man. Fucked up cinema, 4K Criterion goodness, and of course, all of the new release love in between. Pretty damn sweet. Hell, even Scream Factory 4K love. Oh, really good, man. Not half bad here at good old Barnes & Nobles. And damn glad for it. That's for damn sure, man. Pretty goddamn sweet. Let's head out. Thank the Lord for Barnes & Nobles, baby, because if they didn't have anything, man, I was really gonna be at my wit's end, baby. You bet your ass I was, dude. But look, when I need them to come in clutch for the physical media, they do it. So hey, give them credit for credit is due, because damn, I needed them to deliver, and boy did they do it in a big bad way, baby. Not bad for all of the physical media love that Barnes & Noble is displaying this week. Thank the ever-loving Lord for that, man. Not half bad indeed, man. All of the good old media That is nice for that wonderful out and about stew, baby. You bet your ass it is. And, well, unlike Target, at least here, it makes me a very happy physical media boy. Ooh, you bet your ass it does. And I hope it does for you as well. But, well, I suppose that's it. We came, we saw, and we saw what we could. But, hey, it was still pretty good for what we got, right? Yeah. How about we head home and finish the video?
Hold up! Hold right there, damn it. Now, yeah, I said we were probably gonna finish the video, but, you know, look, man, Target was a disappointment like a motherfucker, and yes, we did bounce back quite a bit with Barnes & Nobles, but we need more physical media love in our lives. You guys know this, and I know you agree with me, so I decided to go out of my way and show off physical media more. I have to, because, well, if you miss out on a little bit of Target goodness, you know what makes it even better? A little sweeter? Oh yes, it's none other than a little bit of, oh you guessed it, none other than the Beast, baby. Yes, Best Buy. The Best Buy love, man. We are back yet again. Why? Because why the hell not? I just can't quit Best Buy no more. I can, not anymore. And, well, it's been a while. I kind of want to go back, see about some good physical media love, and maybe some releases that we haven't seen yet. You never quite know, so I'm willing to give it a chance. How about you? Let's go in and check it out.
All right, everybody, we are in at the Best Buy yet again, baby. And yeah, it may be a little bit empty-ish in areas, but that doesn't mean there still isn't some good physical media we're checking out, baby. I mean, unfortunately, they don't have any of the Rocky Steelbooks, which, ooh, I kind of was hoping that there was going to be some of the Rocky ones, man. Oh, I was really hoping, baby. But yeah, they are all absolutely sold out. Of course. Ah, damn, dude. Maybe next time, eventually, when I ever find myself coming back in here again, maybe they'll have them, but for the time being, I guess not, man. But they do have the Dragon Slayer love, and man, I'm telling you, this is a great release, man. Solid, absolutely amazing. Of course, the 4K is probably the Steely love is the way to go, just saying, man. But damn, is it good, dude. Oof. Either way, man, great fantasy film, well worth watching, no doubt about it, man. And for $24 for the 4K Steely Love, even less than $20 for the regular 4K, that's a damn good deal, man. For a 4K upgrade like this, that's damn well worth it, man, no doubt. Hell, they even have Steely Love for Rick and Morty Season 6. Jeez, I didn't even know they were doing Steely Love for Rick and Morty, man. Wow, that is cool. Look at that. That's great, man. I mean, that's a cool cover, but that's nice. Look at that, dude. That's pretty sweet, man. I know, I gotta watch Rick and Morty eventually. I will. Give it time. Give it time, folks. One of these days I will, but I heard only great things about it, so I definitely gotta get into that, man. No doubt about that. Hell, they even have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4K love. Dude, they've got the regular 4K, they've got the Steely 4K as well. Ooh, not bad, man. Look, they're both pretty cool. This is a killer cover. There is no doubt about that, man. I love this cover, but ooh, the original artwork on the Steely, that's the one that got me, man. But damn. Dude, I've owned this on VHS. I've owned it on DVD. I've owned it on Blu-ray. And now, of course, I own it on 4K. Of course I do. It's just one of those films that I just keep going back to because it's so damn good, man. No doubt. Oh. Who will survive and what will be left of them? Well, if it's Leatherface, not much. Oh, you bet your ass, baby. Oh, God damn, this is so good, dude. So impossibly good. I mean, they've got the Friday the 13th Part 4 love. They've still got the Terrifier 2 4K love. Oh, man, that's a great cover, dude. That's great. Oh, I have the Steely, but man, that 4K is tempting as hell. They got that. Hell, they've got the They Live Steelbook. I got to admit, dude, I don't always go for these 4K Shout Factory Steelbooks, but damn, this is sweet, man. This is one of my favorite John Carpenter films of all time. Ooh, it's tempting, man. Oh, it's very tempting indeed. I mean, they've got that. They've also got Warm Bodies. Oh, hell, they still have the Thor Love and Thunder Love. Geez, well, I kind of can't blame people for leaving this one behind. Hey, I own it simply because I'm an MCU lover, but I can't blame y'all, okay? And they got that, they've got the Strange World goodness, the 4K of Wayne's World. I mean, they've got some good stuff, no doubt about it. Well worth it, indeed. But that ain't all. Oh, did you think it was? Come on, of course it's not. Because there's even more physical media to check out, baby. Like, what a feeling, bum, bum, I'm here believing. Oh, the Flashdance goodness, baby. The 4K for $19.99. And who's up for a little bit of limited edition Steely love? Oh, yeah. She's definitely a maniac, baby. And the 4K Steely goodness for $22.99. Actually, that's great prices, man. That really is. For a classic as hell film, man. Damn, I love Flashdance, dude. I am an 80s movie lover of all kinds, man. It's not just horror, it's the romantic comedies, it's the flat out romance movies, the dance movies like Breakin' and shit. Yeah, I'm into all that corny shit, man. I just love that era of film, and Flashdance is proof positive of it, man. The music and the characters and the clothing and just the sensibilities. God damn it, dude. I love that shit, man. And this is so good, man. It's so absolutely fantastic. It's just an infectiously enjoyable and entertaining as hell movie, man. It truly is. I really love this movie, man. And Jennifer Beals, man. Jennifer Beals became a star because of this movie, and rightfully so. She is so good, man. Such iconic moments and imagery of her in this movie, man. And I just love that she's a welder and wanting to be a dancer, and I just love like the pouring of the water on her and everything. So great, man. I think one of the first times I ever found out about this movie, actually weirdly enough, was when I watched Full Monty. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, I watched Full Monty, and towards the beginning of that movie, they're watching scenes from Flashdance, and I'm like, what are they watching, man? And they're like, well, we gotta be more like her, we gotta be more like Flashdance. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is Flashdance? And that's when I ended up finding it. And, dude, you can find movies within other movies, and it's fucking crazy to even think about that, but it is true, man. And so thanks to the Full Monty of all movies, I actually found love from Flashdance. That's crazy, dude, but it's so true, man. It's such a great movie. Dude, this movie is absolutely deserving of the 4K upgrade treatment and the Steely love. This thing looks fucking gorgeous as hell. I love it. Just looks so 80s, man. It looks so great. Oh my god. Ooh, that might be a pickup. That might be a pickup, baby. I mean, that's a damn good price. It really is, dude. Ooh, not bad on that. They've also got the Cool Hand Luke glove. Not bad for that, but they also have the Steely goodness. Yes. Oh, that Steely goodness is great. Ooh, it is indeed, man. I do have the Blu-ray, though, from back in the day, and I'm quite happy with it. I don't know if I would need this necessarily. Not necessarily. I don't technically need it, but Paul Newman, such a classic film. Hard to pass up, man. Not a bad price. $34 all the same. It's pretty good, man. I mean, they've still got the Scream love. They've got Babylon, Megan, the Black Panther goodness. Oh, by the way, they have Wakanda Forever, the Steelbooks, man. They have both of them. They have the one with Namor, and they have the one with Shuri, and all of them on there. I gotta admit, man, I'm not a big fan of these Steelbooks. I don't think they're terrible necessarily, but I mean, if I had to pick between the one I like better, it definitely is the one with Namor. It just feels too busy. There's so much on there. It just feels like it's all like splattered together. Where this kind of feels too simple to me. I don't know, man. There's kind of like a happy medium, but there's not one for either of these. You know what I'm saying? I still really like them. Very colorful and very vibrant. But I kind of like the editions that I got. The one from Walmart and the Disney Movie Club one. Those ones I definitely like a lot better. it's still a great movie regardless, man. It's an awesome sequel, a great MCU film. So if you're gonna pick it up, if you like the Steelies, I mean, $33, not bad. I think they could have done a little bit better on the steelbook art, but that being said, man, it's great. I love the movie, and whatever edition you are buying, it's still worth it regardless. Just saying, man, it is. I mean, we've got Want to Dance with Somebody. We've also got the steelbook for Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, man, I didn't even know they were making a steelbook of this. Holy shit, that's fucking awesome, man. Dude, this looks fucking killer. I mean, this cover is okay, don't get me wrong, but man, this really sells it, dude. Wow. What the fuck is that? Yo, I was intrigued by this, but now I'm really fascinated, man. Oh, that looks cool as shit, man. You guys gotta let me know if this is worth it, man. It looks cool as hell, though. It looks freaking awesome. They've still got the Highlander steelbook, which is so great, man. Dude, Highlander is an amazing movie. Well, the first Highlander. Anything after that, yeah, touch and go, man. But damn, this is a great steelbook, dude. I love having this. Ooh, $22, man. That's a fucking steal for that shit. That's great. I love that. Of course, they've got the Reservoir Dogs Love, the same one here, which is good. I still have my gas can release, the DVD from back in the day, which I'm quite happy with. But the bloody here is pretty unique. Ain't gonna lie, man. But then they still got 310 to Yuma, which is great. Inglourious Basterds, which, oh, what a great steelbook, man. Great Quentin Tarantino movie. Love that. Of course, they've still got the Black Adam goodness, which, kind of like Thor Love and Thunder, I'm not surprised that it's still sticking around. I'm not, man, for what it's worth. God, I just wish it was a better movie. Did he change the DCEU forever? Yeah, he kind of did. Now that they've kicked him to the curb. Just saying, man. Just saying indeed, dude. But yeah, I'd leave that steelbook behind too. Just saying, man. Not bad. I mean, you got a man called Otto, The Woman King, the Spider-Man No Way Home Love. Of course, that's an essential. Not bad. More physical media goodness worth checking out. Absolutely. And let's hope there's just a little bit more. Oh, I believe there is. Oh, yes, indeed, baby. More physical media love to check out. Don't mind if I do, because if I'm checking out anything, you'd be damn sure it's some Rob Zombie love. Oh, yes, baby, look at this. Yes. Oh, the Rob Zombie horror masterpiece, House of 1,000 Corpses. Oh, for $34.99, look at this bad boy, baby. Oh my God, this thing looks amazing. This looks so good. Holy shit, man. Wow. Damn, dude. I never thought I'd see the day that House of 1,000 Corpses gets something this goddamn sweet, man. This looks fucking amazing, dude. Wow. Big ups to Lionsgate for putting something out like this, man. This looks fucking great. The art alone looks fucking fantastic. Wow, this looks great, dude. I just never thought to see the day that this gets the type of love that it did, man. Because I remember when this movie came out, dude, and you gotta remember the time frame, right? Because I was a big Rob Zombie fan back in the day, dude. Like Dragula and all that shit. Like, I loved him, man, as a musical artist. And so to think, like, one of my favorite metal artists was doing a horror movie, I was like, of course I'm gonna go see this shit. I'm like, of course, man. There's no fucking brainer. And when I saw it, I fell in love with this movie immediately, dude. I loved Otis and Baby and just the quirky and sort of terrifying way of Captain Spaulding. Oh, man, and the Firefly family. I was like, dude, I love this shit. This is so fucking great, man. But then everybody came out and they were hating on the movie, and oh my God, this is too much. This is too much in-your-face horror. It's just aping off of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and all the other shit, and it's just ripping everything off. And dude, go back and see the comments, because there was a lot of hate for this movie, and I never really got it. It was more homage than ripoff, in my opinion, and he was doing some really unique things in a genre that at times does get stale, man, but he was trying to put his own unique spin on it. And I really still dig this movie to this day, man. I mean, Dr. Satan and the house and just the crazy hijinks within the family, like Tiny. I mean, just crazy shit that comes from the mind of Rob Zombie, where you're like, dude, how does he come up with this shit? He's just demented, man. And I just loved every single aspect to this. And I steadfast still to this day with my love of this movie, man. I really do. And I'm glad people kind of came around to my way of thinking eventually, man. Isn't that what always happens? More or less. But I mean, seriously, now 20 years later, this is considered, in a lot of people's eyes, a horror classic. They love it. These are characters that they've come to really embrace and cherish, and it's just so odd to think that a movie 20 years ago could be maligned and everybody hates on it, and 20 years later it's considered a classic. Dude, I don't listen to the fucking critics. I don't listen to the fucking people that say, you know, it's crap and shit and it's not worth a damn. Time, ultimately, is the main factor whether a movie is gonna actually be remembered or not. And time has proven The House of Thousand Corpses is remembered for what it's worth. Look, I'll be honest, man. Rob Zombie ain't that great of a director anymore, okay? I love this movie. I love The Devil's Rejects. And I'm going to be honest, I really do like 3 from Hell. It's not perfect, but I happen to like it. But outside of that, dude, the Halloween movies and 31 and Monsters, oh, God, yeah, it ain't good, dude. But I will always have the Firefly family trilogy, and for me, that's goddamn cool, dude. Look at this, man. This is glorious. Oh my God, and the special feature love, dude. Ain't nothing gonna be Little House of Thousand Corpses love, and this definitely looks fucking amazing as hell. Woo! Damn, I dig it. God damn, dude, man, that's awesome. Unfortunately, they don't have the steelbook. I kind of wish they did, but man, I gotta admit, I've seen the steelbook, it looks cool, but this is even cooler, man. And for $35, that's a goddamn steal, man. Not bad. That looks pretty goddamn sweet. Whew. Damn, that's awesome. That is, dude. Of course, they got the Fisher King 4K. They've got season 2 of Chucky, which is so good. More horror icon love to cherish on physical media. Ooh, they've even got the 4K of Wanted. Oh, look at that, man. I gotta admit, I do really like this movie. It's gotten a lot of shit put on it over the years, that it's kind of, you know, too cheesy and shit, and kind of too formulaic, and just kind of not as good as everybody sort of makes it out to be. And I agree that maybe the hype isn't as much warranted as some people used to say it was, but I still think it's a good little action movie, man. And I love Angelina Jolie here. I love James McAvoy. It's a solid little movie, actually. It's not bad. And for 4K, why not? It's pretty good. I mean, they've even got Prince of Egypt 4K, which is great. I love this movie. This movie is a great animated flick, man. DreamWorks, classic studio, classic film. Love that. They've got the Training Day Steely Love, which is amazing. Ooh, man, I love me some Training Day. And this steelbook is really nice, man. I like that. Christmas, Bloody Christmas. That ain't so hot, but, well, I wasn't expecting much, and, well, they kind of delivered in that. They got that. Also got, a little 4K of Midnight Run. Not bad. I love this movie. I actually own this on Blu-ray. I don't really need to upgrade for the 4K, but this is a great crime action comedy. Love De Niro here. Charles Grodin is great. If you've never seen it, give it a look, man. It's so awesome. Great. Ooh, they've even got All Quiet on the Western Front, the 4K, for $28.99. Sweet, man. I'm actually going to be honest with you. I watched this on Netflix because I had heard everybody talking about it so much, man, how wonderfully well made it is, how dramatic it is. And when it got all of the awards attention, I was like, dude, I got to give this thing a chance. And I got to admit, I actually really do like this movie, man. I actually think it's very well done. I love the action scenes. I love the characters. I love the war moments and the drama and the heartache and the death and destruction. It's so well done, man. It's a really great war movie. It's definitely one of the better ones in recent years, man. And I gotta give it a lot of credit being a World War I movie, because there's not much World War I movies out there. I mean, if you really think about it, there's far more Vietnam movies, World War II movies, even more Civil War movies. I hate to say it, man. World War I kind of gets the short change a bit, actually. I mean, other than 1917 and a couple other ones, not much really, which is kind of a shame, dude. But this is really, really amazing. Yeah, there's some dull moments in between some of the more, action moments here and there, but few and far between. I actually still really like this movie, man. And of course, it's a remake of a remake. Like, seriously, there's been like 2 or 3 other remakes of All Quiet on the Western Front, and they're all pretty solid. But this one actually is really good, man. If you've got Netflix, yeah, it's like close to 3 hours long, maybe. But damn, if you got 3 hours and you like war movies, I'd give it a chance, man. I really would, dude. Not bad on that. Not bad at all, dude. And it's actually really great seeing this being put out because it's on a streamer. And for the longest time, you kind of think that streamers are never going to put out physical media, but I think that's kind of starting to change just a wee bit, man. I'm damn glad to see it. Not bad on them. Ooh, they've even got the Dead Silence love. Look at that, man. Oh, man. For the writer, director, and producer of Saw, it's James Wan, baby. Dude, this is a great movie. You scream, you die. There to unlock the deadly curse of Mary Shaw. Oh, man. I got to admit, man, this is a really great horror film. An underrated horror gem, dare I say. This, I wish, was far more popular than what it is. It's kind of an underground gem for a lot of people, man. It's not the most popular James Wan movie. It's not like the Insidious films or the Saw stuff, you name it, Conjuring. And it's kind of a shame because it's just a really creepy, well-done horror tale with the dolls and everything. I thought it was really solid, man. Far better than it had any right to be. And it's kind of flown under the radar all these years, man. It really has. So if you haven't dived into it, like a little bit of creepy doll love, I'd give it a chance, man. It's actually really good, dude. Seriously. Not bad. They got the Air Force One steelbook. They got Ouija. Ooh, they got the Twixt Now and Sunrise, the authentic cut. I don't know about that, man. Dude, have you ever seen this movie? Seriously, because I have. And when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about, man. I don't know if I want to watch this new cut of the film. Look, I love Francis Ford Coppola, dude. I mean, come on, the Godfather films and Apocalypse Now, The Rainmaker, and I could go on, dude. The guy's a genius. But this movie is a real bore fest, and it is terrible. Like, I'm not even lying to you guys. Like, this is probably his worst film I've ever seen. And it's a shame because you got good actors here. Bruce Dern, Ellie Fanning, Val motherfucking Kilmer. And it's boring, and the CGI is terrible, and dude, I damn near fell asleep in this bitch, man. And that was long ago when I watched this, man. And I don't know if I really want to revisit this thing, because it really is that fucking bad, dude. Maybe it's better. Maybe he changed around the cut. Maybe he, I don't know, fix the CGI and shit. I don't know, but I don't know if I want to find out. I mean, for how much is $15? I mean, maybe for like $1 if it comes to the Dollar Tree, but outside of that, fuck that. Shit, hell no, dude. And I like Francis Ford Coppola, and that says a lot, man. That really does, dude. Eesh. They got Planes, Streets of Fire. Ooh, they've got the 4K of The Core. Not bad either. 20th anniversary. Really? Man, this came out 20 years ago? Damn, dude. Where the fuck have I been? Seriously, fucking hell. It's an okay movie. For sort of a sci-fi action adventure flick, it ain't half bad. I'm not a fan of it, though. I like a good disaster movie, don't get me wrong, but The Core just kind of felt predictable and kind of lame. I mean, I like Hilary Swank, Aaron Eckhart, Delroy Lindo's cool, but not really a fan of this one. It's got good effects in it, some good action sequences, but outside of that, kind of didn't do much for me. Just being honest, man. You got that. You've also got, Oh, we've got the Star Trek love, baby. Star Trek Generations, First Contact, Insurrection, Nemesis. Dude, the next gen crew is getting the 4K love. Oh, yes, indeed, man. Damn. Now, look, I'm going to be honest. The original Star Trek crew had better movies. Okay, I'm just being real. I'm spitting facts. It's the truth, okay? But there is some gems here, man. Like, I do really like Generations. I really do. For what it's worth, man, I think Generations is a really solid film, man. I like bringing back Kirk. I like the idea of the Nexus and how Picard has to team up with him. Like, I like that shit, man. I like Malcolm McDowell as the villain. It's not the best Star Trek movie, but it ain't bad either. It's kind of average Trek movie territory, but it's really solid, man. I really do like it, and it's got some good moments, and it's just nice to see the TNG crew getting the movie love, man. I remember when this movie came out, and it was a big fucking deal, man. The Next Generation crew, man, is going to the movies. That was a big fucking deal back in the day, man. And it's actually not a bad film, just saying. However, the best Next Generation movie, the best, no doubt about it, is First Contact, baby. First Contact is amazing. God damn, do I love First Contact, dude. I love this entire movie, man. The fucking Borg Queen and Picard going up against her and shit, and they're taking over the Enterprise. Shit, man. That was fucking awesome, dude. This was an event film back in the day, and it's kind of weird to say that, but it really is the truth, dude. It was so fucking good, man. Oh, it is a great movie, man, and it really gave the fans so much potential of what could be ahead for the Next Generation crew and future movies, man. It was so great, and I love the time travel aspect to it as well. Oh, man, it's so great, dude. So great. One of the best Trek, no doubt, man. Fan-fucking-tastic. I love that. You had great possibilities, right? Amazing possibilities, and then... yeah, we got Insurrection. Fuck. You know, dude, I don't hate Insurrection, but man, is it kind of limp dick when it compares to Generations and First Contact, man. It really is. I mean, it's an interesting story of this planet of people that are getting pushed out of their world by these aliens, and you don't really know who they are and what their intentions are necessarily, and the idea of the moral implications of that and Picard's stance with it. It's an interesting moral quandary in the film, but it feels more like an extended episode of the TV show, not exactly movie quality, which kind of knocks it down a bit. It's still good, but not great. Less than average. Yeah. And then, well, you go from Insurrection, which wasn't so great, to Nemesis, which is a step up, but how much of a step up? And I think at this point, Star Trek had kind of waned a bit within the public consciousness. I think not many people were really interested in another movie with the Next Generation crew, and this was sort of the last gasp of that, which is a shame. I mean, I still really like it for what it's worth, man, and I like the idea of a clone of Picard who has been living a different life, and now they're enemies, and basically, like, this clone is trying to steal Picard's life to save his own. I love that shit, and I think it's a interesting story about humanity and how we see ourselves and the different paths that we can take in life. I mean, I like the ideas behind it. I don't know if it's done exactly pitch perfect necessarily, but I do like it. The one thing is the Data thing. Damn, dude. Spoilers for Star Trek Nemesis, for a movie came out so goddamn long ago, but, like, dude, Data dies, and I'm still kind of indifferent about it, man. I mean, I get that you want to sort of hit the audience hard, but dude, why Data, man? Why Data? What the fuck, dude? I mean, I love Brent Spiner. I love the character of Data, and I know they tried to do this new character that was trying to take over for him, but never really succeeded. I don't know, man. Like, I like the sacrifice, and it feels very sort of like Wrath of Khan, Spock type of sacrifice, man, but not done nearly as well. It's still okay, but not the greatest. But actually, the one reason to watch this, I mean, the one major reason to watch this is Tom Hardy, man. I mean, seriously, this is an early Tom Hardy film playing the clone of Picard. And, dude, he's fucking phenomenal in this movie, man. He's what makes this film, dude. He's fucking great. I mean, if it wasn't for him, this movie wouldn't be half as good as what it is, man. And it's so fucking fantastic, dude. So, yeah, just for him alone, Nemesis is worth it. But if I gotta be honest with you, 2 not-so-great movies and 2 pretty solid movies. Not the best track record for the Next Generation crew, and the original crew is, honestly, has a lot better movies in their oeuvre than the Next Generation crew will ever do. Let's hope that Season 3 of Star Trek Picard can sort of make it worth the journey that I've dealt with the Next Generation crew. I've had its ups and downs. Let's hope it ends on a high note. Let's hope indeed, man. I mean, they do have the Next Generation 4-movie collection set for $67.99, and this is a nice set, man. Dude, I'm usually all about the individual releases, but this is a sweet box, man. I love the art on this. Ooh, this is pretty great, dude. Ooh, I kind of like that box art, man. It kind of gets me, man. I mean, if you think about it, 20, 40, 60, 80, you are saving, just saying, man. Well, that's if you like all the movies. If. Put it that way, man. I mean, you got all that. I mean, geez, you even got, look at this motherfucker. Look at this, man. John Wick chapters 1 through 3. $79.99. The Stash Book Collection. Steel books. Whoa, look at this shit. Wow. Holy shit, look at this. This is amazing. Whoa, this is massive. Yo, look at this big ass thing. Damn, dude, this is impressive as shit. Wow, man, it's kind of irrelevant, though, considering that it's just chapters 1 through 3. Just saying. I mean, if you don't want chapter 4 eventually, then just buy this, but, yeah. Damn it, dude. You know, it's the one thing with collectors, man. We get these cool releases, we get these cool box sets, and then another film comes out, and we're like, ah, shit, we gotta buy this shit all over again. Of course. Oh, man. God damn, that's pretty sweet, though, man. If this was chapters 1 through 4, that might be worth it, dude. That's a great goddamn set, though, man. $80, that's quite a hike, but for the Steelbook love, that might be worth it, man. That's pretty goddamn sweet for all the John Wick love, but I know y'all are waiting for chapter 4 to come out on Physical Media Love, and I ain't gonna lie, so am I. They've got the 4K Steely of the Mask of Zorro, which is great. I love that movie so much. They still got one for Ran, which is kind of crazy that they still got that, man. Damn, dude. This thing was like selling out fast. You could barely find it, and they've got one copy left. Wow, that's kind of rare. They got that. They've got the Bubba Hotep 4K from Scream Factory, which I've got to be honest, man. A lot of people are hating on this movie, dude. I've seen a lot of reviewers on YouTube talk about this movie, and they're like, well, it's not that good, and I was expecting better. And I'm like, dude, it's about a dying Elvis that's going up against a mummy. What the fuck were your expectations? I mean, seriously, this shit ain't Citizen Kane. I mean, come on, man. You know, look, what really pisses me off about these people out there nowadays that are getting these copies and just blind buying like a motherfucker, do your research, will ya? Please, for the fuck's sake, do your goddamn research, man. These are things that you can find online. You can find clips on YouTube, the trailer, you name it. I mean, you could do your due diligence and do the research and know if you're gonna like it before you buy the motherfucking thing. Nobody does that shit anymore, dude. And at this point, I've kind of lost sympathy for those motherfuckers. If you haven't watched clips, if you haven't looked up other opinions, if you haven't done your research and your due diligence, then I don't feel sorry for your ass anymore. This is a really good movie, man. Bruce Campbell is so fucking great as Elvis. I love Ozzie Davis here. I love the mummy plotline in the old folks home and a growth on his packer. It's really great, man. I like these weird offbeat movies, man. And this is a great Don Coscarelli movie, man. It ain't for everybody, fair enough. but it is for me. But before you go out and blind buy something and be stupid like a lot of these YouTubers are, how about you actually, I don't know, do your research first? Just saying, man. Don't be idiotic like some of those really stupid motherfuckers out there. Just saying, man. Just saying, indeed. I mean, ooh, they've still got the Dentist Love. Ooh, they've even got a little bit of 4K of Event Horizon. Oh my god, man. Event Horizon 4K goodness, huh? Nice. Infinite space, infinite terror. Dude, I really love this movie. I think this is a solid as hell film. Actually, one of Paul W. Sanderson's best films. Well, I'm not gonna lie, one of his only best films. But it's really great. I love Sam Neill here, man. I love Lawrence Fishburne. I love the terror on the spaceship, man. How it's just consuming them. So fantastic. I have this Scream Factory Blu-ray. I'm probably gonna keep that, man. But if you've never seen this, man, Terror in Space, so fucking good, man. So fucking good indeed. How they've even got the Carrie Steely still. They've got a bunch of those 100 Disneys. They've got Toy Story, Wreck-It Ralph, Sleeping Beauty, ooh, nice. Tangled, Moana, Jungle Book, Robin Hood. They've got a ton of that stuff, man. So, not bad. I mean, they've got a ton of stuff here. They've got the 4K of Justice League. Ooh, they still have that Men in Black Steely. I thought that sold out, dude. Wow, okay. I thought that shit sold out, man. Wow, okay, that's a surprise. Nice. Not bad, man. God, they still got that. They've got the Scream Steelbook here, which, man, glad that finally came in print. Glad I got my copy. Just saying, man. If you haven't yet, you might want to get on it because this thing might sell out again fast, dude. You got the Hellboy Steely. Oh, you've even got the Hunger Games box set, which I love the Hunger Games movie, and this is a really great box set, dude. Look at those Steelbooks, man. Ooh, I like that. That's nice packaging, man. Not bad. They've got a lot of great releases here. Nobody, some of the older Star Trek stuff. War Games. Oh, man, War Games. Oh, look at that. Dude, War Games is awesome. Oh, I love Matthew Broderick in this movie. Oh, that's so cool. They've got the 4K here. Oh, that's great, dude. Man, this is a great, thrilling, dramatic sci-fi flick, man. I love this movie to death, man. So fucking good. Oh, they've got a lot of really great stuff here, man. I'm telling ya, I come here every now and again to check out the physical media, and this time around definitely didn't disappoint. Glad I made the trip indeed. Very, very well worth it. Let's head out. Oh, you don't disappoint me, Best Buy. Oh, you really don't, baby. Like I said, I don't come in here all the time, considering that it is an hour away from where I live. So literally an hour to and an hour back. Yeah, it's a lot of driving, it's a lot of gas money. But ever so occasionally, I do like coming in here to just be reminded that Best Buy can occasionally still carry the physical media love, and damn, do they prove it yet again, man. Oh, so good, man. A lot of Steelbook love, a lot of 4K goodness, a lot of really great additions. Yeah, they're definitely still supplying the love, and I like to come in every now and again and just bask in the glory. Oh, indeed I do, man. Glad to see some really great additions, especially the House of Thousand Corpses love. Oh, yeah. You know, it was well worth the trip. Don't you agree? Oh, I hope you do, man. Not bad indeed, man. For a little bit of Beast Best Buy hijinks. Pretty goddamn sweet indeed. But glad I came in. Glad I experienced the love. Especially for all of you out there who crave it just as much as I do. But how about we leave good old Beast, the physical media behind, and head home and finish the video. Alright, everybody, that'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD. Out and about video this week, and yeah, you know, you win some, you lose some. Hey, some of the stores were really great, and other stores, man, really took a crapper, didn't they? Holy shit, man. But at the end of the day, we did see some really great media. We did bounce back in a major way with Barnes & Nobles, and oh, by the way, going back to good old Best Buy love, which, come on, ain't half bad either. I know I don't always get over to Best Buy like I want to, especially when the one that actually has the physical media is over an hour away from me, but
I think the trip was worth it. Oh, I definitely do, man. So overall, hey, we still got to see some good physical media love, and that ain't half bad. I hope you agree. I definitely do, man. Hopefully you picked up something good, because there is some decent stuff out there here and there. Hopefully you ended up getting something pretty sweet. If you did, definitely let me know. As far as I'm concerned, well, yeah, I got a few things. Oh, of course I did, guys. Come on, it's kind of an obvious point by this time that I would have something to show you guys. If I didn't, I think you guys would think I'm kind of losing it. But no, I'm not losing it indeed, guys. I have some physical media to show you. For instance, a little bit of Steelbook love, yes. Now, it's not what you may think it is. Actually, it's a release that came out a little bit ago. Finally getting a copy of it, thank God. Because I love me some stop motion animation, and this one looks pretty goddamn killer. And that is none other than Mad God. Yes, man. Look at this, baby. Woo! Definitely wanted this one for the collection. Now, I had heard about Mad God for a long time. It's directed by Phil Tippett, and if you know anything about Phil Tippett, he was one of the originators of the special effects in the original Star Wars movie, and he has done a lot of stop motion animation over many, many decades. And he is still very passionate about it and still wanted to do animation his own way, how he really likes it. So he created a whole new story and really wrapped his great effects and stop motion animation around that. And this is where you get a little bit of Mad God goodness. I watched clips on YouTube. I watched a trailer. It looks absolutely fantastic. I definitely wanted to watch it, and I had ordered a copy through Orbit DVD. The copy that I got through Orbit DVD happened to be dinged up and damaged and all fucked up, man. God damn it, dude. I hate when that happens. So I don't normally do this, but I contacted Orbit and I said, hey, can I send this back and get another copy? And they said, sure, fine. And so thus we have this one, which is very minty indeed, man. And damn glad for it. Not bad. Look at that. Pretty damn sweet, man. I just love this type of animation, man. I love this style, and it looks like a really unique story wrapped around some great stop motion, so I'm willing to give it a chance. I think I'm gonna really love this, man. And one hell of a steely love, too. That ain't half bad, man. Not bad at all. Pretty damn sweet, but oh, come on. We ain't done yet, baby. Oh, we're not, because there was a Warner Archive sale that was happening not too long ago, and you bought 4 of them, and you got a crazy wild discount of like $40+ with the sale if you bought the 4. So I was like scrounging around, I'm looking, I'm like, how many can I find? And I'm like, ooh, I found the 4 that I really wanted. There was more that I could have gotten, all things considered, but I'm sure there will be another sale down the road, so I didn't want to overdo it. But these are the 4 that definitely were on my mind in a big bad way. And the first one is none other than the Gumball Rally. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so I have an interesting history with the Gumball Rally. So one of the guys that I used to work with, he was sort of talking to me about movies, and I had brought up these sort of comedic racing movies. I was bringing up like Cannonball Run and Cannonball Run 2 and all these other ones out there. And he was talking to me about the Gumball Rally, and I'm like, I have never heard of the Gumball Rally. And then he started to scold me. He's like, you've never heard of the Gumball Rally? What are you doing with your life? Why haven't you seen the Gumball Rally? And I'm like, I don't know. I never got around to it, I guess. And he's like, you need to watch it. You need to watch it now. And so he ends up scolding me. He brings in the DVD for me to watch. And I end up watching this movie, and I thought it was really fun, man. I thought it was really unique and had a lot of really great humor and vibrant characters. And I'm like, man, I actually kind of really like this thing, dude. And of course, he's like, I knew you would like it. I'm like, oh my God, stop scolding me, will you? And eventually, he was like, oh, dude, you gotta eventually buy this, because if you really like it, it's worth having in the collection. I'm like, okay, but I didn't want the DVD. I was hoping maybe it was on Blu-ray, and well, who'd have thought that Warner Archives would have put out a copy of it? So I was waiting for a good sale. I finally found one, and I finally decided to have it in the collection, man. This is a really fun little racing movie that's actually really just an infectiously fun movie. I think it's like 1975, 76 this movie came out, dude. So it actually predates a lot of the other ones like Cannonball Run, like a lot of those other movies. In fact, I think like some of those movies might have taken inspiration from the Gumball Rally, which is kind of unique indeed, man. It's entertaining as hell, and I like it. And maybe not many people have actually heard about it. Hell, I didn't hear about it until I got scolded by a coworker. So, hey, sometimes it takes a coworker literally yelling in your face in order for you to watch something good, and the Gumball Rally was definitely one of them. Well worth the pickup for sure, man. If you've never heard of it, give it a look. You might like it. Might. Indeed, man. But obviously, one Warner Archive release out of the way, and more, absolutely, baby, with another one that I really loved. And look, I like a good sports movie. I'm a big fan of a lot of sports films out there. Golfing movies, on the other hand, are not so easy to pull off. But this one, man, let me tell you, is truly aces and one of the best golfing movies out there. And that is none other than Tin Cup. Oh, yes. Kevin Costner, Rene Russo. Man, I love this movie. And you gotta understand something. My father was a heavy golfer. He loved golf, man. I mean, it was a true passion of his. And he loved a lot of golfing movies out there. And Tin Cup was definitely one of the ones when it came out, he definitely did appreciate and love. And every time I watch this movie, it does remind me of my father in certain ways, man. And it's one that's kind of been kept close to my heart because of that. And I just love the characters, and I love the humor, and I just love Kevin Costner, man. This guy has charm for days on end, man. And with the right role, this guy really shines. And Tin Cup is one of those movies, man. I love him in here. I love Don Johnson as his rival. I think it's so good, man. I love the chemistry between Rene Russo and Costner, and so it's really good. And, oh, by the way, his sidekick, played by Cheech Marin, yeah, he's pretty goddamn good in here too, man. It's got so many great things going for it. It's one hell of a great sports movie. And at the end of the day, it also really reminds me of my father. So, yeah, I kind of want it in the collection. And damn glad that I finally did, man. Not bad indeed. On to the next little bit of Warner Archives love. And this is one that I've been wanting for a while, but I never really got around to it. There was always other Warner Archive movies to buy, and it just got pushed to the back of the bus a little bit. But with the sale, I finally figured, man, this is the perfect time to get it, and why the hell not? And that is none other than Corvette Summer. Oh, yes. And Mark Hamill, Annie Potts. Man, this movie, dude, I watched this on VHS, man, way back in the day, dude. And you gotta understand, me being a big Star Wars fan and seeing the actors like Mark Hamill and all these other people, I'm like, okay, what else have they done? And you search for other things that have Carrie Fisher in them, and Harrison Ford, and Mark Hamill, and this is one of those movies, man. I just love it. I think it's a really great growing up movie, yeah, but just a really cool, little, fun, entertaining flick, man. I love Mark Hamill here. I love Annie Potts. I love the quirky characters. it's one that I watched many, many, many years ago, and it's kind of stuck with me, but there's a lot of stuff I've forgotten about as well, so I'm definitely willing to give this one another look. And I think I'm gonna still really dig this one, man. And it's kind of a shame because I love Mark Hamill. And Mark Hamill has charisma for days, man. He has so much great charm, but he never really elevated himself to that iconic star status, man, like somebody like a Harrison Ford did. Maybe it was the roles, maybe, you know, he just didn't quite have the same type of luck. Who knows, man? But I see movies like Star Wars or Corvette Summer, and I'm like, dude, man, if only. I mean, hey, it's not like he didn't have a lot of great luck in his career. He's definitely had a lot of really great roles, and Corvette Summer happens to be one of them. I'm just saying, man, it's really great, really solid, really fun, and a really great starring vehicle for Mark Hamill. It isn't always about Star Wars. He can do a little bit different, and Corvette Summer proved it. I'm definitely willing to give it a revisit. Not half bad, baby. Not half bad indeed. And the last of the Warner Archive love, man. You know, I'm always telling you guys, especially this week, about romantic comedies, that I do love me a good romantic comedy, and this is one that I've loved for quite a while. Watched it during the VHS era, and it stuck with me ever since. What a great pair, what a great movie, and it needs to be in the collection, baby. And that is none other than Joe versus the Volcano. Oh, man. Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan. Oh, man, what a romantic comedy duo. I mean, come on. You've got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle, Joe versus the Volcano. Oh, it's great, man. They have such great chemistry together, and this is an amazing movie. Just this guy who's living this really mundane, boring existence, and he gets his diagnosis that he's going to die soon, and he ends up getting propositioned by these people to sacrifice himself, and he goes to do that, and falls in love with this chick in the process, and all of the crazy hijinks that go with it, man. It's fucking wild and weird, and I gotta admit, man, I dig the hell out of this movie, man. I did when I first watched it many, many, many years ago, and still do to this day, man. I think it's one of Tom Hanks' best. I think it's one of Meg Ryan's best, and it really is that first film that really displayed the chemistry that we would later see in future movies, man. I really dig this movie. I think it's really fun, hella entertaining, great humor, and, well, it's about time that I added it to the collection. Not half bad, baby, for the Warner Archive love, man. 4 movies for a really solid price. Yeah, I need to add more to the Warner Archive collection, and why not do it? Why not indeed, baby? A little nice stack there, but that's not all, because when I went over to Best Buy, I didn't want to leave empty-handed, and there was a lot of things to choose from, man. And when I saw this at the store, I knew I had to get it, baby. I just knew I had to, because being an 80s lover, being a fan of these type of films, man, once I saw it, I knew it had to be mine, baby, because, oh, what a feeling indeed when we talking about Flashdance. Oh, yes. Oh, man, look at the steely love, baby. Look at that. Oh, this is so awesome. Oh, that is so great, man. Jeez. Oh, I love this. This is so cool. Oh, come on. You gotta love that. Ooh, so good. Man, let me tell you something, dude. I am such a huge fan of the 80s and 80s cinema, man. And I don't know, it was just an era, a time when, man, these movies were so iconic, man. I mean, everything was coming out and instantly was like so amazing and awesome. And I don't know, I look back at the 80s with such reverence and love. And Flashdance is one of those movies that sort of make me a fan of the 80s, and I just love it. From Jennifer Beals' look and her performance and the music and the dancing, and it's just everything rolled up into one, man. It's so good. And God damn it, I had to get the Steely Love. Oh, I just did, man. Oh, it was just right there, and it was like, oh, come by me. And I'm like, well, if you're asking. Why not, dude? Oh, man. I've never had Flashdance in the collection. I've never had it on DVD. I never had it on Blu-ray. But I suppose if I'm going to buy it now, might as well buy a little 4K love. Oh, indeed, man. And this is just a great looking steelbook, dude. It so reminds me of the 80s in so many ways, man. This is a great looking steelbook, love. It really is, dude. Oh, man. More 80s nostalgia love to add to the collection. Yeah, it's something I do on a regular basis. Oh, indeed it is. Not bad for the Flashdance love, man. That's pretty good. Now, all things considered, that was the only thing I bought at Best Buy. I know, some of you are probably thinking to yourself, wait a minute, Seth. You saw the House of a Thousand Corpses 20th anniversary set and you didn't buy it? Okay, to be fair, I was going to buy it, but I was sort of checking it out. I was looking at the box a little bit more, and it was kind of damaged, a little dinged up, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to pay the money that they want just for it to be dinged and damaged, okay? So I may have ordered it. I may have. So if you see it in a future out and about, don't be surprised. Just saying, man. I love me some House of Thousand Corpses. I love me a little bit of Rob Zombie love when it's worth it, so you may see it soon. Just saying. Forewarning. Okay, but that is not it. I've shown off a lot, but there's one more thing to show off, man. So, this was a really great surprise, man. I mean, I was not expecting to see this, and when I did, I kind of knew I wanted to pick this up, man. The slip is in really great condition, and for a really good price. Ooh. I just knew it had to be mine, baby. I just knew indeed. A little bit of Scream Factory love, 4K Scream Factory love, with none other than The Exorcist III. Yes, man. Oh, goddamn. I was not going to leave this sitting at Barnes & Nobles. You can bet your ass I wasn't, man. Ah, dude, as I said at Barnes & Nobles, I love this movie. This is the true sequel to the original Exorcist, man. And I love the scares. I love the thrills. I love the acting. I just love the creepy, ominous, and just foreboding tone of it. And I think the jump scares are really genuine. And it really is a genuinely disturbing and scary movie, man. And I love this film. I didn't get the Scream Factory Blu-ray edition, as I said at Barnes & Noble. I didn't get that. I never picked that up. And I kind of regretted it. I was like, oh, man, it's out of print. And shit, man. I got to go out on eBay and try to deal with these bastards that are overcharging. But then when they were coming out with the 4K, I'm like, ooh, that might be good. But I wasn't expecting to see it at Barnes & Noble. But when I did, oh, I had to get it, baby. I did indeed. It looks so amazing and so many great special features. I can't wait to dive into the Legion Director's Cut, which I've never seen before as well. So this is definitely worth it, man. I've never had it in the collection, but I've always appreciated it. I've always loved it. And for me, getting some more Exorcist goodness in the collection ain't half bad, so I will definitely take it indeed, man. Ooh, pure scary perfection, man. They don't make them like the Exorcist III no more, and that's a goddamn shame. Well, we'll get more Exorcists eventually, but as good as Exorcist III, yeah, I highly doubt that shit. I highly doubt it indeed. So goddamn good. Man, it'll scare the shit out of you, literally. Oh, it will, man. Not half bad for the scary movie love, especially adding a little bit more to the Scream Factory goodness. That it's never a bad thing. Never a bad thing indeed. And look at this, man. This stack is so sweet, baby. Ooh, a little bit of sale, Warner Archive love, Steelbook goodness, Screen Factory appreciation. I think as far as collecting is concerned, yeah, I definitely did my due diligence. And before I let you guys go, I gotta talk about something. Obviously, and every so often I like to remind people about the love of physical media, the importance of physical media, and when there's a great article worth mentioning, I kinda got it. You know what I'm saying, guys? From the Record Eagle, can we all go back to physical media yet? I like the sound of it. Let's dive in, shall we? A quarter century after the fact, I'm still convinced I've never seen anything funnier than the John C. Reilly Files, a gag reel from Boogie Nights, Paul Thomas Anderson's cult favorite 1997 film satirizing the porn industry. It's nothing but outtakes from Reilly's performance as Reed Rothschild, the seasoned but dim-witted performer who takes the newcomer Dirk Diggler under his wing in Hollywood's adult film underbelly. Oh, you gotta love that, baby. On the downer half of the duo's rise and fall narrative in the 1970s and 80s, their obligatory cocaine phase leads them to a recording studio or an inept effort to make a radio hit fail spectacularly, but always leaves me howling with joy. My college roommate and I watched this as a bonus on the Boogie Nights Collector's Edition DVD, basically on repeat for 2 solid years. Hey, if it's good, why not keep watching it, right? These special features, deleted scenes, director commentary, making of featurettes are one of the things I miss most about the bygone age of physical media. It was stuff we felt obligated to watch, either out of love for the movie or the sunk cost of the purchase, but which occasionally delivers something amazing. Collectors of DVDs, Blu-rays, vinyl albums, CDs, and other retro formats have long argued for a widespread return to physical media, which despite some recent growth in sales, remains a niche phenomenon. There are several reasons to take the idea seriously, though. The visual and audio content is invariably better when optimized for home entertainment instead of compressed for streaming. Choosing from a collection you've built and curated is always more satisfying than scrolling Netflix endlessly or being spoon-fed by the Spotify algorithm. But the biggest consumer-facing downside of the digital content era is how it has obscured the idea of ownership and control of what we're getting in exchange for what we pay. The streaming age has lulled us with convenience. A small subscription fee grants anyone with a wireless connection immediate access to more music, movies, and TV series than they could ingest in an entire lifetime, which, all things considered, is great. But subscribers are not buying the actual song, album, movie, etc., and are instead licensing permission to stream it from their rights holder. That might seem obvious, but the distinction is critical because it means what we have paid to watch or hear can vanish or change at the drop of a hat, and sometimes even faster than that. Last year, many subscribers were outraged when nearly 70 movies and TV shows were removed from the HBO Max platform following a corporate merger. When platforms such as Apple, Google, and Amazon lose rights to various titles, they can disappear even from the digital libraries of viewers who have bought them outright. The stuff we're paying to see can also be revised on a whim. Disney Plus is full of titles whose problematic material has been smoothed out or excised, including Marvel superhero shows and a long list of animated movies from its own vault. Since 2020, several platforms have removed scenes or entire episodes of TV shows that seem insensitive by today's standards. It happens more frequently with digital books. The New York Times got a bunch of no comments last week when it asked publishing houses about their practice of editing ebooks after they have been purchased. Buying an ebook, Reggie Uja writes, doesn't necessarily mean it's yours. This applies to editing errors, but also content that has aged badly. Anyone who owned ebooks by authors such as Agatha Christie, R.L. Stine, and Roald Dahl may have recently noticed changes to language now considered offensive, which most platforms' user agreements allow copyright holders to update without a customer's knowledge. Whether potentially offensive art should be updated to reflect today's standards or erased entirely is the subject of a culture war debate that is vital and complicated. But for those of us who'd prefer to make that decision ourselves, there's an easy solution: owning the media we care about. Nothing's getting removed from the stack of records, that bookshelf, or that physical copy of Boogie Nights, including the infamous Final Shot. The film, incidentally, is available to stream on HBO Max, minus the best bonus feature ever created. Well, he definitely makes a good argument. That's for damn sure, man. And I appreciate what he's putting down. That is for damn sure, man. But is it all worth it in the end? Well, I'd like to think it is. Oh, I'd like to think it is indeed, man. Because let's be real for a second. And I continue to always talk about this because it's well worth talking about. Is the idea that there is a lot of convenience within the digital age. And that's not a bad thing. Not even close to being a bad thing. Because we have access to more things than we've ever had access to before. And that easy accessibility makes sometimes having it at your fingertips a little bit more precious, right? Perhaps. But at times there are moments where digital can be a disadvantage. And we've talked about it before. When you look at certain media that has been changed, when you look at the idea of certain episodes of TV that are just absolutely gone, vanished into thin air, where the fuck did they go? Well, the streamers ain't saying. Okay? And this goes to a larger issue: art. What is art ultimately worth at the end of the day? Is it worth sacrificing it to a digital platform for it to be just changed at the drop of a hat? Look, we live in a different society than we did 20, 30, 40, etc. years ago. It's much different. And I'm fine with that. I'm okay with the changes in society. That's not the issue. The issue is changing the old media to reflect the standards of today. And that's where it gets a little tricky for me, because it's not that easy to just wipe away everything that happened 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. And to try to do that, I just feel like there's something wrong about that. There's just something that's not right about it, dude. And to me, when those movies or that music or those books were done back in the day, that was the sensibilities for the time that it was in. And to just get rid of it because you may not agree with it because it doesn't go with the standards of the present day doesn't necessarily mean that that movie or that book or that TV show was wrong to do what they did. I mean, you look at a show like All in the Family, right? I love All in the Family. My mother loves All in the Family, but you could never do that show nowadays. There's absolutely no way you could ever do that show. Does that mean that that show is wrong to exist by today's standards? Maybe, but it still deserves to be around because it is a certain amount of cultural importance for back in the day. And it's the same thing for a lot of these shows and movies that are just getting washed away or changed at the drop of a hat without you ever even noticing. And this is ultimately the problem with digital, is because when you end up giving yourself over to these platforms and these streamers, you end up, whether you want to admit it or not, you end up actually agreeing to something where 1 minute it could be changed at the drop of a hat. Literally, a scene that could be there one day could be gone the next, or even altered because it didn't quite fit a certain standard, or it offended one person or another. And, you know, for me, I have a lot of things in the collection, guys. I have a lot of things that are not exactly PC, and they're not. And there's a lot of things in the collection that would offend a lot of people, but I still really love those movies, and I'm not apologizing for it. And in some ways, having the physical copy is preserving it. It always has been preserving it. It was preserving it back in the VHS era, like it was preserving it when DVDs had their big boom. It was preserving it with Blu-ray, and it's the same thing with 4K. You are preserving these movies. And it's an importance that we need to put on this physical media in order for it to continue to stay relevant. And that's the biggest thing about it, man. We can argue about what the better format is. We can argue about 4K versus Blu-ray versus DVD, whatever. We can continue that argument. That's fine. But there is no doubt in my mind that no matter what physical media choice you are choosing to preserve that movie, that TV show, that bonus feature that might only be on that one edition, because Lord knows it's not going to be on a streaming platform either. And there's something about preserving cinema that I've always appreciated, man, because when I look at, especially in this Out and About, when I notice things like Cool Hand Luke, or the Maltese Falcon, or even, obviously, Flashdance, and I look at those movies and I say, you know what, maybe some of those movies are not going to be the biggest sellers. Maybe you're not going to turn over, 5,000 units of the Maltese Falcon. I'd like to hope they do, but I don't know if they will. But even if only a small percentage of people buy the Maltese Falcon, they are choosing to preserve that movie and to preserve its legacy in their collection. And that is vitally important, man. Look, not everything in my collection is to everybody's liking. And not everything in your collection is to my liking. But I appreciate the fact that you went out of your way to buy it, not only because you like the movie, but because you know that the format that you're buying it in is going to preserve that movie the way it is. And the way the filmmakers and the artists intended it to be. And that is the most important thing. You know what, look, art and commerce go together, but at times they do clash, and at this point they kind of do, guys. And I'm just speaking the honest truth here. The idea that a lot of these companies right now are really walking on eggshells and not wanting to offend one group or another. Well, if we make it for this group, then this group is going to be pissed off, and if we make it for this, and this group gets offended because we're not catering to them, and blah-da-da. And it turns into one hotbed issue after another, man. And at a certain point, you just have to do it for the sake of art purposes. You have to look back at the old school stuff. Hitchcock and Francis Ford Coppola and the old school Martin Scorsese and George Lucas and all these old school people, even the horror icons of directing, John Carpenter, Wes Craven, Tobe Hooper, and so on and so forth, man. A lot of these artists never cared about what the audience was going to think. They were hoping they were going to go with them at that time, but they were doing it because they were passionate about the movie. They got the money that they could make it, and they went ahead and they did it. And it was grindhouse filmmaking. It was no holds barred. We got to do this. We got to get it done. Let's get it out there. And I appreciate that. And a lot of times nowadays, filmmaking is so concerned about what the demographics are going to be. And oh my God, do we have to cater to the kids? And oh my God, if we don't cater to the kids, we got to cater to the adults. And we have to be a big blockbuster movie. And we have to get the 40 to 55-year-olds in, and we got to get the teenagers in, and we got to have all these explosions in there, because if we don't have the explosions, then we're not going to get the butts in the seats, and we have to have the trailer absolutely perfect so that everybody is going to go apeshit, and it'll go viral on the internet, and everybody will want to go to the movie theater and see it, and we got to sell all these seats, and it turns into the biggest complicated clusterfuck in your life, man. And there's something about old school cinema that I appreciate, is the fact that, yes, it's always been about making money, but there was a purity to it. And you just put a film out there, and hopefully somebody liked it. Okay, well, if these people didn't like it, fine, it'll find an audience somewhere else, man. I mean, if you remember the 80s, the idea of all of these horror movies and slashers and all this stuff, and all the critics hated it, and all of the parents groups were, protesting and everything like that. Oh my god, we gotta save the kids. And I'm like, what? Come on, dude. Anybody knows, especially back in the day with like the metal albums or everything like that, if it had the parental advisory thing, people were willing to buy it more because it had the goddamn thing to it. So the idea that somebody is going to get offended, that's always going to happen, dude. It's been the test of time for years, and we're still in the goddamn thing, dude. And yet at the same time, if a movie is good, it's going to find its audience regardless, man. That is the honest to God truth about it, and it still remains true to this day. And yet, at the same time, we have these companies that are kind of like, on their tippy toes, not sure of how they're going to do things nowadays. And so I look at digital as a blessing and as a curse. Blessing, the fact that there is so much content out there and so easily accessible, and it's so much easier than it's ever been before. But at the same time, that also maybe takes away from the preservation of it. The idea that digital doesn't necessarily mean freedom necessarily. What it means is the fact that, yes, it's easily digestible, easily accessible, but it can also easily be changed at the same time. So when you're at Walmart or Target or Best Buy or Barnes & Nobles or whatever physical media place you buy your media from, thrift stores, flea markets, whatever, when you're buying your next movie, an old school movie, just realize that what you're doing is you're preserving that movie for future generations. And I know it sounds crazy, and I know it sounds weird to say that, but it really is the truth, man. Because we're losing a certain sense of purity in the idea of art. And we need to end up reminding ourselves that art is precious. And you don't want to think to yourself that, oh my god, Flashdance is art, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre is art, or oh my god, this cheesy shot on video film is art. But it kinda is. And we need to be precious about it. And we need to understand that if we're not going to save those films from obscurity, if we're not going to save those films from being changed at a drop of a hat, then who's going to do it? Physical media is really the last line of defense at the end of the day. And me having my collection, me looking at the movies that I love, movies that I know are not exactly acceptable in today's standards, it kind of makes me appreciate them just a little bit more. It just kind of does, man. Because, yeah, it may not be for everybody, but it's for me. And as long as I have that copy, I know that no one can take it away from me. And it just gives me a little bit of extra hope for the future. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm insane? Do you guys think I'm nuts? Do you guys think that this is a mad idea? Or do you agree with me? Do you agree that, as great as digital is, there is downfalls to it? And physical media, whether it's by an actual book or a CD, vinyl, a movie, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, whatever, the fact that you have it, it's in your hands, you own it, and no matter what a digital platform may do with it, changing this scene or that language or this language over here, that you have the original copy. You have the original preserved moment in time. And sometimes that's all you really ever need. Because, let's be honest, society is changing so fast, so rapidly, that there's really no telling where media will go next. And honestly, some of these movies, some of these TV shows don't get a second life even on digital. And if they do, as we've mentioned, sometimes they're going to be altered. And to alter it is to kind of ignore the history of it. And having that original copy, at least you get to keep what you love. And that ain't half bad. Let me know what you guys think about that, man. Hey, I'm just spitting my opinion out there, but I want to know what you guys think. Definitely let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely give it the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD out and about videos that I've done. Check out movie reviews with my friends, Blu-ray pickup videos, unboxings, live streams, you name it. All the older content and newer content that is slowly but surely coming your way as well. I want to thank my wonderful fans out there. You guys are amazing, watching all of the video and commenting and giving me great feedback. I really appreciate it. You guys are the lifeblood of this channel, and man, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really honestly do, man. So if you like how I talk about movies, physical media, definitely hit subscribe and become a part of the Film Fan Nation. Also hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every single time that I make a video. Also keep up to date with everything I'm doing through Instagram and Facebook. FilmFan108, keep up to date with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. And if you want to send the channel any movie-related goodness, you can do that. The P.O. Box is in the description below. It is not expected, but it's definitely appreciated. I know you guys have went out of your way to send some amazing things my way. My God, some of the stuff I've gotten was phenomenal, and it's been a while, but I know, hey, we live in tough times, and hey, whatever you could do is definitely appreciated, and I can't wait to see where the P.O. Box adventures take me next. So if you are interested, any old thing, down below, baby. But I suppose that is it for the video, man. God, it was definitely an adventure this week. I ain't gonna lie, man. But what about next week and beyond? Well, I guess you'll just have to tune in to find out. Why not, baby? So, I will see you back next time for a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video. Take care, everybody. And remember, happy hunting.